so people in the States could see like how the notes is being formed and like how to tune it, you know. Because I tell people I gotta tune my pan, they look at me like, tune, how you tuning that? I was like, it's not a guitar. It's not a guitar. You know, it has to go through some sort of experience. You understand? It has to go through fire to get the song. So I'll be blessed to be able to actually capture that.
Right.
Capture the tuning, capture the ponging, capture everything. So I'm excited for that. And again, that's being done in my neighborhood in Curab. Yeah, but Curab for this, but
hometown.
For sure.
Yeah, but we're grateful because, man, I tell you, after Carnival, and so every time we normally have a little post-mortem after Carnival.
Right.
And we talk and we talk and we talk. And when we hear you say certain things, because we're not accustomed to that, right?
Right.
When we hear artists
we are accustomed to we alone saying it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then people who not even involved in it defending the nonsense.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you what I feel good seeing to it. Because the show was weekend one day.
Yeah.
Now, we just always talk this. And we see something that's missing in the industry.
In Trinidad.
In Trinidad.
Yeah.
You see that togetherness?
Right.
What I see this Saturday.
Right.
You don't see that.
But see the seat amongst.
I see Bami, Mr. King, Jah,
King David. Daniel Best.
Right. You understand?
Timing.
Like, all of them together. Everybody plays it. You know what I mean? And then when I look at it back, so no, but by himself. You understand? Like, Virgin.
Which one?
Yeah.
I see him. I see him. We work really great together.
So when we saw everybody, we just look at certain things now, and we have a big, I would want to call it a broad on Facebook. Right? Where we were talking about artists who does boss who in Trinidad now.
Right.
Nobody don't boss nobody in Trinidad.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when you come on and they start to boss me,
And I want you to give your perspective on that because we're talking from looking on to use actual artists.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
yeah.
Bounty
is a grandfather in the music business.
Come on.
Because Bounty bring out two of Jamaica biggest artists in the last 20 years.
It's not a cut here. That's the art that Bounty bus almost everybody. Everybody, not just two. Bounty responsible for Five Cartel. Bounty responsible for Elephant Man, the whole Scare Them crew. That's not just, that's like at least 5 of them alone. Bounty responsible for Popcorn because through Cartel.
Yeah.
Bounty responsible for like BC Signal. We're talking Baby Sham. You know what I mean? Bounty Killer. To the point, like, you know, I get the opportunity and the privilege to work with Tempo. So while working with Tempo,
true.
You know, while working with Tempo, it was being under MTV.
Right.
MTV would create their own, let's say, concerts or events, and you know, like these Jamaican artists will have their entourage that they would travel with.
Right.
I remember one time it was in, I'm not sure if it was St. Lucia or one of them islands, and somebody knocked on my door. I opened the door. It's a strange face. I don't know that face at all. I was like, "What you want?" He's like, "Bounty sent me to check it and get some herbs, you know, because for the man them."
Right.
And I'm like, "What you just do? What song you sing?" He's like, "Nah, killer, just bring me in up on tour, you know." Somebody just iron killer clothes and someone said, "Yo, so you just bring you to do that."
Yeah.
So you know what I mean, like Bounty Killer, Jamaica do have a they have that type of understanding.
Yeah.
Of like bringing out other artists out, and that's a Jamaica thing. Because when Sizzla came out, people forget it's Spectrum. The first time when they had the Spectrum,
correct.
That's the first time we see Sizzla.
Yeah.
And who brought him out? Luciano brought him out when he sing "I Have No White God." Nobody didn't know Sizzla then, but the elders who was Lucci, was Caperton, they make sure that little youth who are about to blow get a shine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
So Jamaica has always set that standard
Right.
of when it comes to the culture, there's a unison and the unity in that, and developing younger artists to get that spotlight. That's a thing. That's a Jamaican culture.
Right. So when we look at that now, we know that.
Yeah.
Right. So somebody say, well, Gallon bus Patrice.
Nah, Gallon never bust Patrice. Gallon never saw Patrice down. Like I mean, Marshall still play a major role in artists getting us forward.
Through the concert?
Well, besides the concert, because I was privileged to work in Marshall Camp as a youth growing up. You know what I mean? I was extremely privileged to do that. And I've seen talent that come from before the whole HD. I talk about ecstatic. You know what I mean? I've seen talent that come from it. You know what I mean? And plus too, even the Marshall Monday stage was the stage where younger artists get the grace period. If you want to say who's responsible for busing Patrice Roberts, it will be Marshall Montano. Little bits will be also on that range because Colonel is a producer. So Colonel is really the man responsible for a lot of these artists getting that opportunity to be on the same stage or the same plateau with Marshall, Colonel Roberts. And I mean, Gallon at the time, Gallon, I would say Gallon was very much responsible for when it had the Godfather Asylum. You know, that's where you get the scars, you get ninjutsu, it had chopper and bongo. But Gallon was separate from that because Gallon was separate from that totally. Rocky was separate from that. Rocky, you see, like I used to work with. I get the opportunity to work with Shell Shock when Kiskadi Caravan was going on, and they had the first tier artists where we talking. There was General Grant, second Batterman, you had the Edo, the Super Child, the Mad Yard Folk Crew, you know, Gatorians. Shout out to Gage right now, Black Chariot. I mean, Mr. Vibes, who was they was a like one of them boys, you know, the boys, the men, boys, Mr. Vibes. Because I was a fan, super fan at that time, and to see what and you know, them thing was no reggae, that was no dance, so that was straight pop. It was pop music. Sister Run was like one of the baddest hip hop artists. So at that time, I get the opportunity to work with Shell Shock. You know, I was telling somebody that the joke the other day, like, questioning in where it was in Caribbean that just built the studio, top of the line, and I go in really nervous, want to go interview with Shell Shock. Shell Shock on me like a dog, you know, like. But I mean, like, I could laugh about Shell Shock. No, because Shell Shock was always me rest in peace. He was a genius, a musical genius, and at that time he wasn't for the bullshit. Plain and simple. So he was looking for that. He was like the Simon Cowell at that time. Right? He was looking, he had to be top. You know, and he wanted to be best. No media. And I went there shy, nervous, like, what the fuck, they Shell Shock, you know, and do my chance, and he was like, fella, you ain't ready for this. And I walk out of the room, and angry to the point where crying, started crying back corner, and then I met Akili, and he took me to Kindred, and I ended up doing a second interview, and I got through, because I was more calm, and they kind of calmed me down. They was more, they was more humble. They was more humble. But because of that, now, Abdullah, I had Abdullah relationship.
Let's cut you a second there. Somebody say the audio getting some trouble. Mendoza, tell me exactly what is now. Like, hearing me clearly? Everything.
I forget I live. Mendoza, pick up yourself. Give thanks to the word. So with Shell Shock, I get the opportunity to work with Shell Shock again because you know, I moved out to New York. It's this industry. I've been in the industry for a very long time.
No, this is what I want to say in the middle of here. They say, you know, that I know, you say Kiskidi, right?
We know you from quite
I know Kiskidi. One of my memories growing up is going in the savannah with my father and my sister. In Savannah, the stadium. I was in Form 1 or Form 2.
I was in Form 2, Form 3, Form 1.
Right, so this is 91 or 92.
I was still in, I was going Eldo. I was going Eldo Junior at that time. Me and my brother Jerry Dan, he was a dope artist back in the time too. But before Kiskadi, I could take it before Kiskadi. Because the first song I have is a song with Kurt Allen, and that's way before Kiskadi. I used to work with Ron. All right, when I came out Dennis Belfort, I just sang Kakali. plain and simple.
Yeah, when they say that in your video.
Yeah, when I just came out, Chris Garcia had sing Chucky back in there. Yeah. So I was a youth then. I worked with Ron Romani. He was and may he rest in peace. He ended up being like the president of CUT eventually.
Right.
And I work with a lot of calypso and Ember and Child, Man Child. These are like legends back in the day. So I was blessed to be around these elders. I grew up with Marshall, Natasha Wilson, Melanie Hudson, and KMC. All of us was like a young
group.
Yeah, a young group coming up. Like I was the kind of this. Marshall was a young Michael Jackson then, so they wasn't paying attention to anybody else. So after that whole situation with working with Van Romani and all these people and them, I remember meeting Gallon. Because Gallon and I, we had before that, Gallon and I was always back and forth because we used to chant and go against each other as a youth.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and that created a big scene between Musica and the Congo, which I ain't gonna give away too much because we both talking about actually doing movie or some kind of movie on it, like the upbringing of growing up in the East. Because the East was mainly chanters, Gallon, Squeezy, Carrie Kill. We all grew up from small, competing at each other. So it's just, alive to be big men, still holding our vibes, still rocking. It never took it to the point where our art form was a sport. It was not death sentence. You know what I mean? So even if we was going back and forth with each other, I remember Squeezy used to come and knock on man window like, come on, I could see Squeezy knocking. Come outside, man. Squeezy was always that. So even when they had the clash back on Squeezy and myself, a lot of people was like, "Oh my God!" But that's how we grew up. You know what I mean? If it's shit dog, it's shit dog. We going at it. You know what I mean? So it was. I know it was nothing to be worried about. Like it's gonna escalate into anything else now because that's what we've been doing growing up. Gallon, everybody. That's what we've been doing. Benjai too is part of that. Like Treason. When like my clash, like for me, my relationship I have with most started off by we clashing first. So Menace and I had a big clash in New York. It was terrible. But we remained friends, and I always respected Menace because she's like one of the best vocalists for me. So it was like my musical journey. It's beautiful though. It's beautiful. Everybody was like, "Yo, you need to write a book on it." But I think the reason why I never penetrate that is because I still feel like I'm still growing in the industry. It's so much stuff that I'm still doing. I mean, it seems like I did a lot for some people, but for me, it's like it's art. So it's just art. So wherever I take me, I do.
Right.
How people respond to in the industry based on some of the things I just say?
You know what though? A lot of people pay attention because they know I do have the experience. I do have the understanding. I live in so many different worlds when it comes to art. And they know what I'm saying is not something that I just feel like saying it or I'm making it up. There's a lot of proof behind it. There's a lot of studies. There's a lot of facts in it. And like you were saying, like we were saying that we don't have artists that is bus artists here. That only happens because everybody's mindset is in a competitive mindset. Because we work off a genre that's seasonal. If we talk in soca, I don't put reggae or dance or hip hop in any form of growth in Trinidad because it's not recognized. So soca is really what it is. So and then no soca artists. If you get, it's like playing for the Brazil team. You make that first 11. You trying to stay on that field. You ain't trying to say, well, let me let that man get a run. That ain't happening. So nobody ain't trying to lose a space because the soca industry, from you lose that space, you're gone. You're gone completely. It's like that's it. So a lot of people like to hold on to they hold on as much as they can. And so there's no room for growth. There's no room for anybody else. That's because their mind in a seasonal state. But when we just talked Kiskadee just now, Kiskadee had nothing to do with soca.
No.
And it was a situation where you went with your parents, and for your parents to take you, the much people parents took them to that because they were so proud of something, and you talk about parents taking it, you know. This is not me saying let me save my money as a youth man and go and check for that. It's the parents feeling proud that they have artists that represented Trinidad at that level, so they take the kids. You know.
And Kiskadee Caravan was no bangarang neither.
No.
Was singing proper.
Plus to you know, Robert, respect to Mr. Amar, he's a man put his effort into it. He put everything into what he believed in, and it you know, it was supposed to do certain things, and it did what it was supposed to do. But again, it just fall because of the mindset of most. You know, like when we come from a place where everybody want to be the star, you know, it's kind of hard to balance that if you're the owner of a business that creating the environment for stars to be heard and see. So it was tough for Robert to maintain that. Yeah,
but I had to ask that question, you know, because it will be a recurring theme tonight in terms of how people just respond to you here. And I mean people as in the citizens, are talking about other artists, because he say he see the whole clip of all the linemen and thing now. I just tell them I don't know if I have a utopian mind or if I living in a world in my head that do exist in reality.
Okay.
But to me, that is what it is now. Right? Because you're talking all that way in our city, but on the flip side now, we are Jamaica. And them just seem to be, we know they will have an internal thing, but we're not privy to that. All we seeing is when we flip the TV, and it's just them just constantly sewn on. But at the same time, they share with one another.
Yeah. Jamaicans look out for each other all the time.
You understand? I tell them how much time in the 90s and early 2000s, how much time I see me, man. Yeah. You know what time I see?
When they say being at a house on the beach or something, so the man was living on the beach
for a while. We go them show, and we go see artists we never see before till next day. First you so hype on the main attractions, the Mobile Gale go on with, and to drink. Can't him. But you don't see so. He was in the show. Because that's the honor, but that's just to show the level of how they bring in other artists here now. Turbulence. No much time turbulence come here, Trinidad turbulence never come to Trinidad on you. It's always with some big set. You understand? How but here, you plan to do anything concert-wise, music-wise here?
I mean, I think it's been 5 years. I haven't been home. I call it I've been away from.
Right.
And well, I mean, before, like 10 years ago, it's 10 years already for that we did Accra Week. And Accra Week was the first attempt of myself, Carrie Kill, and Studio 53, Kwesi and Angelo, Jabari, like Mr. King was also part of it too, putting together a situation where we could get artists in. No. And it worked. And I was hoping that we maintain it. Was we had at that time for Accra Week we had 70 artists. Like 70. You know what I'm saying? So with 70 artists, my thing was, okay, it's possible to do a show. We had, but this is the work. We had 70 artists. That's crazy. I just think about it. What I did with the 70 artists that we had, we gave each one of them 100 tickets. Right? And this is what we did. The idea was you could sell it, you could give it away, you can do whatever you want. One thing you don't have to do is bring money back to us.
Right.
You could do whatever you want with that. So with that now, it worked because we're talking about 70 people at 100. Alright? And Island Boy, we had like about 4,000, at least like 4,000 people there in Center of Excellence.
Right.
I'm
trying to, I'm listening to you, and is the name I'm trying to remember.
I Can't Wait was in the movie.
Yeah.
I Can't Wait. That year we named it I Can't Wait. Carrie and myself, we named it I Can't Wait because that same time show in Chester had one with I Can't Wait, I Can't Wait. Show in Chester had one with that. And when we heard the title of Show in Chester song, I Can't Wait, it was like, boy, that's the title of the concert. I can't wait.
Right.
I can't wait for this whole thing to be done with so we could just get to it. Because what used to happen is that on Ash Wednesday we would on the beach.
Right.
So the Ash Wednesday just naturally used to be the launch for Trinidad Reggae on the beach.
Right.
And then from there we proceed. So I was already praying that like, all right, that's cool. Like we have as soon as Ash Wednesday comes, we ready to roll. And Carnival done, Ash Wednesday, we can start a pump and look for like a festival event space, blah 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 blah. Carrie at that time had a great management team, and they was willing. They actually was financially equipped to fund everything for us. And I'm talking about that Center of Excellence. So book the whole of Center of Excellence indoor.
Right.
It's not no cheap price.
No.
That's indoor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We worked with one of the best stage designers at that point in time. What's his name? He's like one of the top class stage designers. So we like Harry and myself was like, boy, hey, we want the best. We want the best.
Yeah.
And we know we wasn't getting no money from it because we already gave away all them tickets and tell them don't bring no money back. So me and him, we are gonna be like, oh, we want some licks. But what we wanted, it was priceless. We wanted to see that we could bring thousands of people in one space. And we did it, although Caribbean the bar bus in like 20 minutes because they underestimated
the amount of people
that would come. They didn't believe it, no? And it was crazy. Like I remember seeing everybody there. Everybody was backstage in that show. I talking about some top names. I was confused. Like, I ain't get them no ticket. But they ball, yeah, I mean, those are the ballers anytime at Trinidad. So what happened is that when they saw that, it scared them.
Right.
I knew it scared them.
Right.
Because this went on without having any affiliation attached to it. The only person was attached to it was Robert Amar.
Right.
Because Amar gave us a strength.
Right.
Like using his radio station to promote the event and all this stuff. So Amar was the only person give us and Stanley Barnes from Carib. Big up Stanley Barnes, big up Robert Amar.
Right.
They were the both two that was instrumental in us getting this thing off the ground.
Right.
Everybody else, because the whole reggae all-star thing that come after.
Yeah.
And the reggae all-stars was pretty much handpicked out of the 70.
Serious.
Yes, it was a handpick. No, my thing was we didn't need. I was telling all the artists at the time. There was always major artists on the list that had songs that was already starting to like catch the people and be out there, like Don't You Know, One Family, Picture Selassie I just released. The Signs Rhythm was out there, the Patience Rhythm was there too. That's what Signs Rhythm is with Pain, Mr. King, with King David with Vain Things, I Man Is Just a Man, you know, Carrie with which one Carrie had on that is Blue Pepper, Blue Pepper. You know, so that particular rhythm was out, and then the Patience was out, where I Sasha and Million had I Know Jah. You know, I had Give Thanks in the Morning. Carrie had Mad Cow DZ. Mr. King had the biggest song for me, Borderline. Yeah, that was the biggest song of the room for me.
Right.
You know, King David and Lyrical had Make No Friend. You know, so these things.
Oh, that rhythm was changed, boy.
That rhythm was like still a classic rhythm.
Yeah.
Still a classic rhythm. Still never get none of these things ever get the right promotion or put out the right way, because some people still can't find these stuff on none
of them platforms.
Spotify, none of them stuff, you know, which it should be. Yeah. But at that time, we didn't have that type of education in that field of the music. We was just doing stuff and releasing it, and La Hakita was the test ground. You know, so we would when we released stuff in La Hakita, it's pretty much the streets was the ones who would say yeah or no. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, the streets was always the testing ground for us. That was our thing. We never The only person that really built with us and built from that, I would say, is Hans, because at the time Hans was just a new starting.
The Vince?
Yeah, he was now starting as a television personality for Synergy.
Right.
You know, I even know Synergy was a come across. That was Peter C. Drain, and while living in New York, because I used to be in Marshall and them camp in New York writing, and one day he was like, I think I'm going to start a movie, a TV channel, you know. I was like, what? Just like that? He's like, yeah. I went to start a TV channel.
Yeah.
If you buy them little small tape, bring it from, and he was creating this thing from small tapes.
Right.
And then we went back to Trinidad. Gordon Street was the first office for Synergy.
Right.
Gordon Street is right there in Marshall. Ecstatic. So that's where Synergy really started off.
Right.
You know, because I'm a really bona fide ecstatic HD prodigy. So I work with Boy like closely. I work with all of them. Like when Marshall wasn't in the band, I was there when Peter C. and Roger had to run the band.
Right.
You know, so I
when he went on the hiatus.
Yeah. I was there when he had to go. That's when the stands fell down.
Yeah.
I've been like that camp has been the camp I worked with for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, I was always like just a writer. You know, I mean, I write Carnival, I write all of that. I write for Gillan and Rocky. I was writing for Gillan and Rocky. I was, you know, I do some pen with me and Mendes would sit down and pen. You know, I mean, like Ace, we would write together. I used to write with Onika Bostic. May she rest in peace. She was a beautiful musician.
Yeah, that was our lost boy.
So soca was and is always my thing. That's where I started off, and I always throw people off of this one. There's nobody in Trinidad ever sing a reggae. Nobody sing a reggae. Nobody never.
You say that on the live too.
Nobody sing a reggae.
You say that on the live.
Nobody. There's no Trinidadian could sing reggae.
Right.
No.
So, let me read some comments here too, but can I go with where I say it? Sheldon said Jah Bami music and art, so he's just talking.
Yeah.
He has walking entertainment from number and in all aspects of the industry.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Sheldon.
That's a night.
Yeah, man.
That's it, Jamel.
The youth man are doing some real positive things in Belmont with
Nice.
football and things.
Okay, love that.
Academy and things.
I love that.
Academy, the football is the name of the place.
I love that.
The motel said I met Bami. He started going higher. Always was a real food when I wanted to work with him, but he went there. Well, when he comes back, I don't know.
Well, High Red, to be honest with you, High Red is really what I'm talking about. I was with Ace a couple of nights ago. I was with Ace, and Ace is really Some Treason is really he is really the mastermind behind all of it. The Reggae All Stars. I can't wait. Ace. Ace. Because Ace and I used to travel with Treason everywhere. I was almost like road management to the point they wanted to say we should just have the for some instead of Treason. You know what I mean? Because I used to work with Treason for a very long time. You know, I was kind of like instrumental as well with Gallon coming to New York and having his first birthday party in New York because
I hear about that.
My family had just opened the first underground radio station in New York.
What?
So with that happening, it was easy for. So I started I was taking care of Blazer Dan, may he rest in peace. Blazer. Colonel was drumming with Traffic at that time. Fayan was with Fayan at that time, and Naya George had Invasion Band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Gillan and Rocky, Candy was with Traffic. She was a brilliant musician, beautiful Candy. You know, there was like so much talent that we all lived together in Brooklyn in this place that we could all work together. Yeah. So when Gallon came up to New York, the first time we sang Send the Rhythm Mad. I mean, I know Gallon and I grew up together because we used to clash all the time. It was chant out with me and Gallon, and as I say, I ain't trying to give away too much of that. We know how people penning the whole script because it's gonna be a super dope movie. Right. We just had to get the people to play us. Right. So we really want to take it to that level. And for me, all them things like yesterday, you know. Them thing was like, to me, some people like, oh, that was so far apart, but it was like yesterday. When I saw Galen and he told me, boy, I gonna sing soca, you know. I was like, yeah, you gonna do that, boy? He's like, yeah, boy. I remember seeing him wear my fluorescent green hair, jersey, pants, socks, shoes, fluorescent green. The canvas
every year you used to come in at the front color.
Fluorescent green. The neon kid, Galen name back then was Ice Little Bounty. That was Galen name back then, you know. Because it's like you really had to earn your space, eh? Right. You really had to. That's how Carrie killed.
Right.
I mean, it didn't just come because Carrie just like killing. It was strictly some killing thing, you know. Right. And in the greens, I remember in the greens, they'll have a KFC box and everybody put a little $20, $10. And win and take all. It was that. I mean, I can't wait for that story to be seen and heard. These are the things that the youth in Trinidad I'd never see. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like different. I can't speak on behalf of South or Central or North. Yeah. But I know the East. When it comes to like lyricists, you had to be sick. You had to be tough. You had to be.
And that's one of the things. That's one of the issues I kind of have with regards to the industry now, boy. You know what I mean? You're looking at. I mean, we really have much to go on now. Because when we look at what we're seeing right now it's just pure chaos. Yeah. Right? It's like they don't have no head to say, yo, what they doing? You know what I mean? And these people keep trying, like the radio DJs and them talking about this thing don't affect, you know, it don't influence, and I can't agree with that.
Yeah.
I can't agree with that.
No, music is a very powerful. Yeah. Whatever you want to call it. It's very, very powerful. It's a platform.
Come on.
It's a platform. Once you have a platform to speak, you're gonna be heard, and once you're being heard, you're gonna have the I would say the ability to program. Yeah. Because it's all programming. I mean, people see me on TV for Tempo, like, and they would see me and think they know me. And I know they don't know me.
They know you from the TV.
Yeah, but they think they really know me. Yeah. So I would have to spend that time. I remember, like, because when I was living in Brooklyn, at that time I was doing Tempo. Right. I wasn't seeing Tempo. Right. I just go and do my work. I go back to and hustle in Brooklyn and do what I gotta do to survive in Brooklyn. I wasn't seeing it. Yeah. But then at one time I remember on the train, and I just woke up and jump on the train, going to my next spot, and I looking beat up. I talking about me, I just poured my stuff in scalp, jump on it, and I seen two girls sitting watching, man, like Bami, boy. But I put that for my head, Bami, but I so gosh, boy, way, boy. I forget that Tempo is being seen like that. Yeah. And the next girl like, nah, that's not bad. I never looked so sad. So, all right, I'll go with that one. When I come on, so this like she insists. Yeah, that's Bami. She said, "Who's Bami?" I went to the first one. I said, "Nah, everybody else tell me about this dude. I don't even know who he is." So you look so much like him. You look so much. Yeah, they get us like, you see that thing? I know Bami. When she said I got so mad, I said, so why don't fight Bami? I can't look myself over. That's getting next to nah, you know Bami. I said, no, what I done? And I was like, you know what, bro? Like, I understand what you're saying. When you're a public figure or whatever, you have to look at certain time. Them thing never pre them thing. Yeah. Because I never seen Tempo. Right. It's only when I come to the crib and I realize, oh shit, people really know me like that. I was never on that really because they begged me to do that, you know. I was doing voiceovers alone. And one time I went to do voiceovers and I coming up in the elevator and I seen two dudes, two suits, they souped up. But they talking about Trinidad. And I stand up in the elevator and we talk about Trinidad. I'm like, it's starting about them, you know, because it's starting to touch a little bit too close. They started talking about the reggae music and, did Studio 53? And I'm like, nah, these motherfuckers know who I is and they just play, they don't know who I is. Yeah. So I'm like, who are those, boy? Just like that, eh? They watch me like, excuse me? I said, oh, shit. you're in MTV building, you don't know who these suits are.
Yeah.
I said, no, you know, disrespecting. I just hearing all the talking about Studio 53. And I said, that's my studio. They said, that's your studio. Who are you? I said, I'm Jah Bami. They said, you know that name? Are you an artist? I said, yeah. That's one song you sing. I said, I'm on it. That's a man. He's like, oh, we know that song. What are you doing here? I said, well, I came here to do voiceovers for a company, Caribbean company called Temple. Two of them what you want. I said, I laugh. You study them. I'm a floor reach. I said, anyway, I go. They said, we will see you later. Me study that. After I done do my work, my job, something, and one of the girls come and was like, the boss and I want to meet you. I said, boss? I was like, I should have never tell them Tuh Black man nothing, you know. I know black man like to carry news, you know. Why am I to go and tell them white people like talk about them? That's why they're mad at you. They're like, follow me. I follow. She know. And I go and, you know, they say, the boss say can walk in the door. Afraid to go in the door.
Okay, you know where you're going to meet.
When I open the door, it's Frederick, right? The same, well, that time with Frederick, right? I say, black man, use the boss. Black man, use the boss. Like it, right? He said, I say, black man, use the boss at 10 boss. He said, yeah, besides the boss. I said, wow. So he said, Frederick Morton thing. Tell me his birthday was August 17 or 18. I said, I close to Marcus Garvey birthday, boy. And you looking like Marcus, boy. So I feel that proudness of seeing that kind of presence in the chair. I get super glad. And then they hit me with, how about you be the face of because Caribbean Countdown? I guess instantly I get sad. Because I was like, I didn't want to do it. Because I grew up watching BT. Tigger in the basement. Tigger was one of the best rappers to me until Tigger decided to become a host. And I was like, I would never.
He was hosted, he was bad,
and you never get to drop no music because you're already on the platform. You know what I'm saying? And I see what that platform has done. It's just like after that platform, after that they stopped BET in the stage room. That was it.
Rap City.
Rap City. That was it for Tigger. I ain't seen I ain't hear no music. So I never liked that. So I felt like, oh, them going to put me in that same trap, boy. And it was like, nah, try it. I was like, yo, as a musician, I was like, just doing the voiceover thing until I can find a face to that. As a musician, like, but it's your voice. You're the best person. Try it. I did try it, and it was cool. I ain't going front on it. It was a great experience, like, because I got the opportunity to learn the Caribbean, learn different cultures in the Caribbean, and understand why we set standards here, why whatever we say here goes, and why everybody pays attention to the New York of the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying?
The man say that to them, people don't believe it.
Okay.
You take out to be big here, if you take it big here.
So let me just read out some comments here, right? Because you know, you see that white thing big here. Every Mendoza saying, I'm going to go through some comments first, I want to leave up. Mendoza said Jamaica has a different approach to artist development because there were so many young producers upcoming at the same time of the artists, so it was different pockets of talents being developed. Right? Fun with Jason and Jade say, what's up, fam? Mendoza say again, it's the same thing happening right now with the Trinidad artists, where there's a lot of home studios and everybody bringing out their own music. Right? Osei Andrew say, watch now, who boss Zoe? Over we local artists, I know.
Oh, Zoe, the traveling girl? I mean, I know Zoe. I don't know her personally, but I know her personally. But I don't know her personally, like people might think, but I know her because she, you know what I mean, us being in London all the time, and like one of our members in Sons of Dub, CPU, that's Zoe, like really close friend. You know, so I hang with Zoe in London, you know what I mean? And she's a cool person with what she does, you know. But I could understand what this person's saying. And again, I think the situation with that is we just like white people. That's just it. We still in that zone where we just like white people. And it's nothing wrong because I love white people too. Most of my fan base is white. But my team, they work with me. I could say for me, but it was some kind of way, but I reached a point in my life as a black person where I have a white staff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have that, oh my gosh, there's a white person, is my friend. I don't have that. It's like, okay, you're white and work. Like do what you gotta do. Use your image. You could actually go quicker than this person that put you in this position. You know what I mean? I put my workers who white in positions that they're supposed to be in to get you the door. Simple. I like Zoe. Zoe's not really a fan of me, because she finds I'm misogynistic. She finds she finds. But that's my deal. We still cool. But she, as I said, human beings to me. Like I don't really have time to go to the colorism thing. That we still have, that is still a trap thing in our head. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like for your son, Christmas list, like I mean, if I take a camera, I want to go to the hood to say,
yeah, that your man.
You're not gonna give me the. But they take him a shoe, they take him a watch.
Nah, real cuss when he come on, he says.
They're taking everything from me.
I was upset. Because I say, no, we not reggae concert, bro. What is that?
No, you see that? That's what I'm trying to tell you again. That's the same.
Yeah, they just
white-minded concept. Like, oh my, it's a white person. White person. But as I said, my fans, if they happen to be watching this and they're white, they know what I stand for. And I want to say white, my European fans, because white is a whole different thing. Because white could mean anything, black could mean anything. I got black friends who don't even look like this, and I got white friends who look like this. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
I get you.
Right. So there's a lot of Oreo cookies in the mix.
Right now I line like the factory in Trinidad, right?
Yeah, right.
No, but this is what happens though, like, because I see like Christmas list and all these people. I've been watching these YouTube channels for years, way before Trinidad became a topic. I know Christmas list. There's a new one here right now, Black Man Travel. I know all these men and them, not know them personally, but watching their channels and be like, I could start this because I travel the world pretty much, but. For me, it's like I had the time to do that. But what goes on with these people is that they look at each other, stories and lifestyle, and feel like, okay,
so he ain't doing this, I go do that.
Right, because what they would do, they would Google the most dangerous place to be.
Right.
Unfortunately, Trinidad is in the top 10.
Right. So
when they look at Trinidad's in the top 10 of the worst places of crime and blah blah blah, and then you seeing this white person coming from Greece, going up in the hood, sitting down eating a plate of food with Cayman 6.
Yeah.
So you're like, so nobody kidnapping him or nothing?
Yeah.
I guess
it's so dangerous again. It's not dangerous.
This is so dangerous, and they all they talk about is love in the house, and nobody, because these people, I remember Christmas and them done when Haiti, the worst part of Haiti, worst part of Jamaica, the worst part of Colombia, and it had people tell them, yo boy, you lucky you here because we would have take you and lock you in a room. So he faced them type of things where the threats of life could, but you as Christmas is watching this other person walking through the hood, eating food. Yeah, this like a place I could go and just I could go and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then when he realized the mindset of the people that they say, hey, I'm telling you, I'm home watching Christmas this in Trinidad, I'm in New York watching this, like, what the hell going on here? Like, what the I'm not worried about. The thing is, I was even talking about the you telling about the guns, you know. That was not. I know when man see camera, the worst than yelling.
Yeah, true.
You understand?
True.
Or walk up in the video light and see yourself. Some of them are the worse than yell. So I wasn't worried about that. What I was watching is how many regular folks, normal folks. Hey, glad to see in my place, boy. Hey, Christmas. I'm like, oh wow. So if y'all do this to this dude here, you know what I was going to think when I realized the whole of Trinidad is love. And I love that. It shows that. It shows the whole of Trinidad is love. So it shows that the crime situation going on here is utter bullshit. Utter bullshit.
Yeah.
You understand? There's no profit in it. There's no money in it. It's just utter clown shit. And that is what he highlighted.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he know he was getting more and more. Like them YouTubers making $1,000 a day, you know, US and on views, you know. That's what people don't get.
It's the views.
$1,000 US a day on views. So that's why he not hesitating to push it up to get some more. He don't have time to hold on to that to go back home and edit. No.
One time.
On the ground. On the ground. I doing this on the ground.
But the word professionalism from me and you.
You understand?
You understand what I'm saying?
I tell him about that. If you want to see the asshole with me quick, judge me by them people's standards.
No, man. Those people have no standards.
Everything I just do, judge me by them standards. When you see the idiots in me, because that's something I look at them.
Yeah. The man editing nothing by
But the thing is, he edits, but he shoots to edit.
Yeah.
That's how he shoot.
Yeah.
Because
so you don't have much editing.
No, he don't have much editing. He knows exactly what he wants.
Yeah.
If it's really like discovering a place, you'll have to edit.
Yes.
Because you will see new things that is, oh wow.
Yeah.
But you're going exactly where you want to go because somebody told you to go there.
Yeah.
And then we have a kind of mindset of human beings where he went up in that manhood, you have to come up here, boy. You have to call you to come up here and show me guns bigger, boy.
Yeah.
We have a bigger pot of food too.
Yeah.
You understand? Like show that we cooking it too. Then when I'm using it, I season, we using it, right? We season. You understand? We petty like that because I'm watching it, right? I watching this Christmas list I talked about while I went home in New York just before I came. And I seen this little kid. I call him little kids, This little kid, fully maxed on, blue jersey on, big machine, walking, right? Next shot, machine gun, mask up on top of head, same blue jersey, face open, walking.
Yeah.
No, what's the sense? What is the sense?
Remember the thing name for the dance, that weird name.
What is the sense? So obviously and I grew up knowing that if you call a child a thief from small, you're growing up to be a thief.
Yeah.
So if guys in mindset of being fully done.
Yeah. So be it. So be it.
Not just so be it, but tell them. Remember, we parents, as you say, when we was growing up, we parents would tell us, don't tell your brother to chop it or don't tell your sister to chop it and them kind of thing now. Because they understood without understanding how powerful that
word, song, and power.
Right? So that's why now we go back to what we are saying, where some of these artists actually I can't recall hearing an artist say, oh, the music not doing nothing. I can't recall an artist saying, nah, but the DJs who are responsible for it getting airplay. Trying to defend it like that.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, for them now, right? Like I was telling my brethren too, nothing came up, nothing starts on the radio station.
No.
Everything starts on the ground. And if you drive in your car and you're passing through town, and you hearing, back in the day, you hearing that street vendor busting certain tune that you know they pass over next corner, next one busting certain tune. We don't have them thing.
Oh, but that's interrupted. That was because the person song like the noise. I feel fun with Jason and Jade. I feel when the school do it.
Yeah, make up yourself.
I feel when the school do it.
I feel really say me.
96, success. Yeah.
I feel family, but like
but you don't wanna. The amount of people tell me I to tell you, Troy, New York.
Yeah, Troy.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm a dog. Yeah. He went primary school, went secondary school together. He said, tell that man, you know me? I take from New York. I said, all right, cool. Chef, Damien.
Yeah, chef come in.
Right. Damien said, make sure I tell Damien. I say,
he said,
yeah. Tell Damien say, I know him. Take. I said, I don't see.
So that's it. I'm going to go to the rest of the inside.
I feel family, man. I feel real. Right? Yeah. I feel real. I was like, I feel Walters. I said Walters. What's going on there?
He said the problem with Trinidad is the infrastructure was so advanced that there were a lot of professional studios early in the game, so every artist had to go to a big producer. Right? He said we had gatekeepers from early, and that stifled a lot of upcoming talent. Well, boy, Motel say the competition was real back then because the talent was top notch. Damien say, good night, brothers, I chef. Right? Mendoza say Jamaica had Dave Kelly, Danny Brown, Bobby Digital, Steely and Clevie, Tony Kelly, Donovan, Jermaine, Fatis Burrell, for all those who couldn't go to King Jammies. Right, Motel say, I believe that we had all the resources to make it work. However, Sheldon mentioned too many gatekeepers.
Yeah. Well, the gatekeepers, I could definitely touch on that because it was because the gatekeeper right now is a bit different than the gatekeepers back then, but it's the same gatekeepers.
Right. The tactics just different.
It's the same. But there's a reason behind it. You know what I mean? There's a reason behind it. But I remember, like, we come from the cassette days, We come from the Downtown Outlaws, the
traffic control,
Dr. Hyde, Teddy Mohammed. You know what I mean? Now you hear the names you call, and you ain't call that major name yet, and I'm glad you ain't call that major name. Now we're going to call the major name, Charles Laundry. and signal to noise.
Signal, yeah.
All right. So when you come in, it's come like everybody playing small goal, and we had to set up 2 goal posts,
right.
makeshift.
Right. Slippers
we playing.
Yeah.
The ball have a little oblong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sweat good.
Yeah.
But then here comes this new kid with nice goal posts.
Proper ball.
And shoes.
And shoes. I cool out with ice stuff outside. Yeah, sir. No. When he comes to play now, you never see the ball spin, so you never see the ball post look so connected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's sunny damn, but I gotta give my things up. But them done comedy things up.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Them done comedy things up. And the saddest thing, the problem I used to have growing up is that I used to say, why rich people like Tom and things so? Why rich people? Why rich boy like to play up in Tom and business so? Yeah. I always feel there's a certain type of music for a certain type of demographic.
Right.
I always figure that. I feel if you have the money to be a lawyer, be a lawyer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I had the money to be a lawyer, I'm not singing. I would have been taking cases.
Yeah.
You understand? If my parents had money for me to be a doctor, I'd be a doctor.
Right.
I would have been one of the most singing doctors, I guess, but I would have been doing the surgeries because I'm making my bread.
Yeah.
So for me, I used to have a problem. I used to have a problem with people who could afford to do something else but decide to play up in poor man business. And I was wrong for that.
Right.
Because art is for everyone.
Right.
You know, art is for everyone. But I felt like, you know, do something else. But the thing too, what I felt too at that point in time, cause you remember when them come out, we call them talking straight. When Chinese launch, we come out. When 96.1 come out, because I was there when 96.1 bus.
Right.
I was still a youth man.
Right.
But until I done a tune with Kurt Allen, I done doing things spectacular.
Right.
So it was 95.1. That was the T. That was the T. It went on 96.1. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
It had no boom champion.
Yeah.
It was 94.1. Now kind of building itself. So when you're daddy or whoever it is, you know what? You're a good boy. Now, I'm about with the station for you. And you'll be yourself and you'll pick up yourself for this. Hey, you invest that the family here.
Right.
You understand? That comes with everything because I mean Chinese law and G-Junior, so they family. They own Zen. It comes like with the club run. Zen and the club was supposed to. But Zen come a little bit after, but it was always in the niche of it.
Yeah.
So and then all right then, with that type of affiliation, you created that whole summer for us. Because we get colors, we get watercolors.
Yeah.
You gotta remember these things.
Of course.
You gotta remember these things.
Of course, colors was a concert.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you bring in these type of events and you become a gatekeeper.
Right.
Not like the guys are going out to be a gatekeeper. No, you just have everything. You have all the tools to be a gatekeeper.
Right.
So you'll have no other choice but to be a gatekeeper. You understand? Yeah. And gatekeeping doesn't mean I will take you. You can't come in. You can't come in. You just work with people who gain you the respect. That's just how gatekeepers work.
Massage,
You understand? They usually want you respecting me. You're kissing my ass.
Yeah.
Everybody like that ass kiss when they're in a position.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. It's a human experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for that, them didn't see the damages that they were gonna create. Yeah. They didn't see it.
Yeah.
You understand? And I understand it because when other promoters like the Cliff Harris and the Roy Mirage wanted to play the front and on paying a man what a man think he deserves. He and the Brethren come together and the Brethren said, I own a radio station, use my Brethren, the #1 artist, we run the place. That was the end of Brass Festival.
Yeah.
All the brass men together because when alternative concept come out.
It
was the end of Brass. It was the end of the Poor Man Fed. You know what I'm saying? It was the end of the chain snatching.
True.
The stabbings.
$60 to see
everybody.
Big band.
Everybody.
So when they switch on that, when the man switch that and say, well, we going so.
Yeah.
Or look at keep this to all yourself and we're not part of that.
Yeah.
Are we going? Or look at all the stilettos and all the 3-piece suits and covered with all the jewels and where we going?
Yeah.
We uptown now.
Yeah.
So, black man wanna go uptown again.
Always.
We had our white mindset. we have that colorism mindset that wherever the uptown is which part the party is.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, uptown need
downtown.
For the vibes.
Honestly,
can't function without 51. For years, 51 say my thing. You have the 2 square tip and thing and tight shirt. And we know what them and what they end up doing? The same things and do. The same things and do. You had to learn to get to after a while.
It's only right.
Because it's the ghetto money that
gonna I'm going to tell you that, boy. Nobody does party more than 4 people, boy.
Y'all sing it. We come from the ghetto.
You
know what I mean?
Nobody. It's a part of the therapy now.
Yeah.
You know, at our time I hate on it, but I understand as we get older, it's a part of the
Yeah, we work hard. We want to feel appreciated. We want to feel like we are part of something. That's why I can tell you this straight. From you see them on them with them handband on the hand, from here all the way down, you had to know them so proud that they actually did that. You know, we went this way, like it they didn't say in the hand them band them bust up. So they keeping that band on to say and I've been there. Where a typical uptowner to kill less because you oh gosh, you get that free.
Yeah, come on.
You get that free.
Yeah.
You don't worry about that. You don't even care about that. Well, you see, that's what I say. When them switch, you remember from brass done.
Yeah.
And thing with poor man could have a good time. No, me saying that brass wasn't a place that you could get touched because that's just natural.
Yeah.
If you move like a rookie, you'll get dealt with.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody needed to go to a fete with a gold chain on or the new brand new Gucci sneakers on their foot.
Yeah.
It wasn't about that. It was a vest, a short pants, a rag in your pocket.
Yeah.
And you have a time. But when you change up the demographic of the fete and the areas and the locations you want to go, obviously people change the dress code. Obviously the songs started to change now because we had to get songs so all people dress now.
Yeah.
You understand? So when the songs changed to match the dress code, the money got to change to match the price of the songs and the dress code.
Everything connected.
Everything had to change. And then when they realize, oh shit, the people want to pay more, so we don't have VIP, we have VVIP.
Yeah.
We have VVIP. Yeah, so we the VIP and come on us. So no, because I tell you, have a mindset of people here.
We have a better than mentality, real.
Yes, I better than you.
Yeah.
I better.
And this way to show it.
It's by all the
spend more money.
That's it.
And I always tell them, I've had the backstage experience, I've had the VIP experience. I still spend more money on good general. All I tell them now. I'm 45. I fit in. In one way, well, I think my mother on now. She enjoying herself right now.
She's supposed to be.
I'm glad my mother them let me go late. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Opening it.
My first fete, that's why brass was so special to me, was a brass.
Okay.
I was repeating in Mova until
my
father come in school. Lunchtime done. He tell me come in lunchtime. I on cell phone them time in 1997. You telling me you come in lunchtime in school. I sit down on the pipe if I know Mova until running me in the back of the last class the whole lunchtime.
Yeah.
Nothing. Going in class and hear that Datsun coming up the hill, TH8901. And hear that coming up that hill, what? I fly out the class, I got my money reaching tongue. Where's the name of the place in Court? What more was lipstick, right?
Yeah.
To get a ticket?
No, no ticket.
Oh, good.
But you want to watch him up, yes, she have. But we will get ticket about 5 o'clock. Now hear my dilemma. I have a time to reach home.
Okay.
I'm not living with them. But if he pass and look for man another day,
problems.
Not next. The rest of my can't go to
the
Take the chance and understand. And when my first fete was Brass Festival.
Right.
After party, I was 18 going in 19. From that age through into my early 30s. I experienced that now. Right now, you know, I want to look to experience because I never do it because at that time I was real against it, the all-inclusive.
Okay.
I never do them.
Yeah, it's a good experience.
Right?
It's a good experience.
I don't need a
But go hungry. Go hungry. Go hungry.
Yeah, you get money with.
Go hungry.
I will take the one.
I'm telling you. Go hungry. Do not eat nothing for 2 days. I swear. That's the best move because I find like you tell them go and watch some food. You don't pay money, you can't eat ice cream.
Yeah.
You can't eat that. No. Go to hungry. I don't want to see none of that because must be. As I say, you say it though. When in effect, you barely because the people don't understand carnival. Carnival have nothing to do with the artists on the middle.
The people.
Carnival is because you will see your brethren in 2 years who come down the road. Carnival is because you will see that man who live in Trinidad only you get time to chill because that's what carnival for.
Yeah.
Carnival, you too drunk. Listen to me. You too drunk to even think about what a man singing. That's why I was the #1 artist of carnival because when you drunk, you want to hear Iowa.
The wet boss.
You know, yesterday I have a cousin that's only see for carnival.
That's it.
Short.
And when you come,
bunks up. No, he live in Trinidad. There's only bunks up. Well, we was insomnia baby, so we used to real bunks up in insomnia.
Right.
Then when they do the madness of insomnia, I see me going back that again.
Yeah.
And the 1 or 2 fets I went after, same thing. Only for carnival. I just bunks up, John. You know
what carnival for? That is what carnival is for.
What plenty of them can't take is that they have to accept that they suffering from the better than mentality. Because you telling me you let a man chain you up, you let organization chain you up, you let people who are about to chain you up, you can't, if you go in them kind of thing, your life in danger. But I telling you, you just driving to go to the fit, your life in danger.
Yeah.
Right?
Your life in danger taking a shower.
Come on.
The slip and fall.
Break your neck anyway.
I know how to bear the
in 2017, asking about people are satisfied, still on Facebook, are they satisfied with what they getting for the price that is tested, because I tell you,
no, but carnival is no longer, not to cut you, but carnival is no longer a national thing. It's no longer, it's no longer, it doesn't adhere to the people that live in Trinidad.
Exactly.
Carnival no longer belongs to people that live in Trinidad.
Because if you could focus and to the point where people could say carnival is no longer really focusing on the people.
No. This is not
we saw right here. The average Trinidadian don't understand how much money this partially this economy
for carnival.
Oh, they wouldn't have a clue.
From December till the end.
They wouldn't have a clue. But the thing is, let me tell you why though. And you know what? It kind of good for us as a people because we allow ourselves to lose everything.
Yeah.
Where the culture consists. We're talking about we lose everything. No, you think any one of them, you tell them know about stick fighting? No. You think any one of them, you tell them ever go and sit down and go and really check out the Mardi Gras, go and understand what it is to see the carnival costume, walk on the stage. That time, everything that they focus on is what Uptown sell. Now, Uptown controls, whoever controls the media controls the mind.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
So, Trinidad is a place that it's small, but it's big in a certain type of way when it comes to, they know how to make money.
Right.
And they know how to keep people away from the things that they want to keep them away from.
Right.
The only time the general public actually take part in carnival is carnival Monday and Tuesday because they'll go on the road and watch people jump up and stand up behind a road.
Saying the audio acting up every now and again, boy. I find that strange tonight.
Acting up?
Like Muffin, what we on a Monday night, boy?
Yeah, boy, nothing happening really.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that's what people get to understand. People have to understand that the general public, the locals, the citizens cannot afford to really enjoy carnival. But they could, but their mindset is so watching Uptown. Yeah. And what Uptown is doing, they feel like they're missing stuff.
People proud to tell you they're paying $7,000 and $6,000 for a costume like there's an achievement. Boy.
Oh yeah, that's an achievement for most
And that's why I tell them, I said that I will look different in all the eyes.
That's achievement. And it's not just buying a costume, it's what band you're buying the costume from. Because there's other bands you can get frontline from, you're not paying that amount. But if you want to be a part of the bliss and the tribe and the, you want to be a part of that, you have to spend it.
I'm going to tell you why they do it on the show, right? You don't even call their name, you know. I have real neat ways to talk about them. You understand? Yeah, the nation band now.
Yeah, the nation band.
Right? But I tell them, I say,
I don't want Ronnie and Carol get caught up in it.
No, and now, the only time I ever play mass was with them.
Ronnie and Carol.
And I telling you, I had no problem jumping back with them. It was a while ago. It was a while ago,
Yeah.
But watch me. The experience, I had no bad experiences in it.
It's goodness fun.
Right? But I tell them, I say, in Trinidad and Tobago, we have a group of people, young black people, young African people, that their achievement is to say, I play with the light-skinned man.
Yeah. They've been getting hearts, but they're getting to
right?
They've been definitely getting hearts.
That's that I appreciate it. Is a straight shooter right go.
They getting hearts. They getting hearts. Because the thing is, I ain't culture too long to know like Barbarossa, I ain't the culture way poison, I ain't the culture too long.
Tell me if you know anything about this now. That old neighbor when I used to live in Colorado. He used to always say, he's a historian around Calypso and that kind of thing. I said, call that particular H bandy. He say, them is have a great part to play in the bikini and beads, but not bikini and beads. But the bikini outfit.
Yeah.
So because they used to bring a lot of foreigners.
Yeah.
So when they come here, we just call them your bodysuit.
Yeah.
You say when them plain load of light-skinned people come down, they don't want the full costume that me and you appreciating.
No.
At that time, it's still costume.
Yeah, they want
them come for literally the 2 days in the sun.
Skin to that talent.
Right? Yeah. He says, so them coming down now, he said, and he don't know why people just pick it up.
Yeah. Because, as again, I'm telling you.
They like it. Right.
Flesh thing, they go love that. Anything that show flesh. Because, like I was telling a friend of mine, I say, the word sex, for me, is a female word. So anything sexy, anything to do with sex to me is a female, it's a female energy.
Right.
You know. So if anytime a female considers something to be sexy, it will just attract them in that type of way.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So and then demand them now, we like to see sex. Once we could see sex, we did.
We
will buy it. You know what I mean? So it's and the thing is, like, everybody know, like, the general understanding that carnival is really celebration of flesh for that time until time to repent or whatever the case for Ash Wednesday or whatever the case will be. That's across the board because wherever Ash Wednesday dropping on, anywhere that the French want to rule, they have that carnival type of thing. We talk in New Orleans, that's at the same time in Carnival Tuesday. For we, it's Carnival Tuesday in New Orleans, Carnival Tuesday in Brazil, certain parts wherever the French and them had a thing locked. So, and in all reality, it's pretty much a celebration of flesh before do all the dumb shit you could do now until after that. So I could understand them really transcending to that point of view where they feel like they have to show their ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then too, it's just now in this modern time now where people just don't have that level of respect. I mean, they don't have no respect for themselves. A lot of females don't.
Yeah.
You know? And I could say that because back in the day, you would hear when you listen to not even coming, of course, coming off the carnival thing, but just the fact of respect yourself.
Yeah.
When you go in the club today, and you hear songs like "We love badness, we love go-go," I mean, it's females singing that word for word.
Yeah.
Dung. It's females singing that, brother. word for word, all the most disgusting, degrading songs towards females. It's females are singing the most. It's females that share it on the page. I talk about professional women. Will share the most disgusting lyrics for a video with them posting up like this. Tight pussy girl in the way. Tight pussy girl in she did.
Yo.
And this is a respectable woman that wants me to call her by her with respect. You understand? Who you calling a bitch? But then I could go on your page right now and watch a video with you kissing on the camera, so and the background playing tight pussy, get my pussy so tight.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm telling you? So it's sad. It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. And honestly, and it's not just Trinidad. It's across the board. It's across the board with mainly black women.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's what I'm telling you, bro.
Unfortunately.
Straight up, because I live in the States, so I know these little chicken heads called city girls will talk about get that bread, get that head, then leave. You know, you listen to Caribbean them talking about if you wet wapan.
Yeah.
You know, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still get the ring. So you gotta understand this is the culture. And then since I just come with this year now to add even more thing about hit and run. You think a man really care? You think you do me a favor? You are doing me a favor. You think I care if you give me a hit and don't come back? You think I care?
I tell our friend last
you think I care?
Why all they doing this? All they not understand and I say all they helping man.
You think I really care?
All they to what are we, you know?
And you have your own money too?
I tell them now. I say like, as a youth man who living on his own since I was about 21.
Yeah.
Proud to say that I never had Jack Jam my woman. I give thanks for that.
Yeah, same.
But I have seen some shit. Right? I wish for somebody lyrics I had to put on, somebody work I had to put in just to get that. I wish it had that song when I was that age. So willing in that.
No,
like, yo, let me tell you something, right? As a man, good for me. If I could do a hit Saturday night, and you go home Saturday night,
and you're not calling me.
Yeah.
You're not calling me.
You're not coming back.
You're not coming back.
Well, you go home Saturday night.
Yeah.
I get up Sunday morning, go and play basketball, pass by the market, get something, come by Auntie Annie, get food, and come inside to go and take. I thought about it. At that age, be like, yo,
not even a possible next hit and run.
Not even a toothbrush. Not even a toothbrush.
Well, I don't know about Ole. I don't know about Ole, right? I never encourage them kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, that
never.
Well, you always had to hit a run meditation.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, the way the plainness in it, it's not that they didn't have it in our music.
Yeah.
It's not that they didn't have it in our music, you know. But we still try to do a little this, guys.
Yeah. No, but the women, not to cut it, but the women, I mean, I grew up in RESPECET.
Yeah.
I grew up in Lauren Hill telling females like, hey, can you say? I grew up with carnival songs. So I say, you have to keep them and you have to keep mine. And one line in tape. So you're telling me, or your mothers, grandmothers, instill certain things in Ole, but Ole see the pagan lifestyle of flesh and find that more attractive.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. And still on top of that, want me to respect it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
When you're ready.
When you're ready, yeah.
Not just respect it.
When you're ready.
When you're ready. Yeah.
But who's the biggest artist in the world? Taylor Swift. When you listen to Taylor Swift, she talking to boyfriend and she ain't talking that about yeah, man, I beat and this right out.
Never.
You understand? When you look at the artists, that's what I tell you. White people protect their talents. They protect their art form. They protect it with integrity. They protect it with respect.
Yeah.
But they have no problem in. You guys want to water? You sit down. Let's put that number one.
Yeah.
Universal or whoever don't have no problem.
None.
No problem.
Yeah, them fun.
Jake, we putting you in a position. Can you find more degrading stuff for us? Because you are the ones who right now, wherever you touch, it goes.
Yeah.
Please don't touch anything that's educational. We want more sexy legs out there, please, Drake.
Yeah.
We want more Lil Durk, Drake, please. That's what black people find interesting because anything daring or look like gangster thing to them or look like disgusting thing, that's what that's where our mindset is at.
You know,
Right.
Which is I mean, I know people scared to talk about it, but I talk about it plain and simple because I have daughters. I have a son, but I have daughters. And they are very much into that culture because again, programming is programming. If the style is if that is his style, that's his style, they go jump in.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying? Then you see them any white people don't know seasoning in the food. So that we already know that. So they ain't go watch how they dress, they ain't go watch certain things, they go sit them style and I was seasoning it. It got no vibes and that.
Yeah.
You understand? Give me the vibes.
Yeah, where the vibes is.
Where the vibes is. So but it's still we're going, what it shows me is that people just don't have that God concept in themselves.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
They don't have that. And I used to think religious instructions and things in school was such a corny shit, but I get to understand, like, bro, that kind of save a lot because it still give it the idea of
morals.
Of morals.
Yeah.
I like that, the idea of morals.
Yeah. It still
At least the idea of it.
It still give that idea, like,
something to hold on to.
Yeah, who that man watching we boy. You can't do certain things.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But we all know, all right, the truth started to express. When the truth started to come out, that's what I was scared about. When they realized, okay, maybe this white doctrine about religion is not really
where it's at.
Yeah, so other than there's no God then. And that's just it.
No, well, why look at it now, Bami? No, why look at it? When certain information started to come out on this thing we call social media, where they couldn't stop it, to me, they push entertainment in the black industry even more.
Of course. That was a new cocaine. That was a new drug. It was a new coke. It was a new drug. It was a new cocaine.
Because, why, you know, say something there already. I say, that's why sometimes these grades just had a show, boy. Because I feel like an old man based on how I talk.
Right.
I have no kind of connection to today's music. You know, me and my daughter, always one of the shows me and my daughter Israel watch together.
Cosby.
So before we come here, we watching Cosby, right? Cosby, father playing in a jazz band because his father was a jazz man in the show. At the end of the show, the show, the names are all, because it was a real legendary band, Art Barkley and the Jazz Messengers. I was like, hey, Neri, we just listen to that, you know. I went up on the show, she looked at the music on the computer, I think. And then the very next episode, the end of the episode is with a lady, oh God, big, I'll get your name for this now. I didn't get the name of the song, so I Google the line and pull up the woman. Oh God, I don't want music from 1960 something. You know? Right? I can't tell you like Kendrick Lamar catch me with a Euphoria. Euphoria. Catch me.
No, Kendrick, honestly, I'm glad you touched on that because a lot of people misunderstand why these group of hip hop legends coming against this one dude, like, oh, they hating on Drake. It's not that. It has nothing to do with hating on Drake. It has nothing to do with hating on Drake. The whole thing is that after a while they take too long.
Yeah, I find so.
They take too long.
I find so.
Because what happens is that the industry now, the industry is so strategic in when it comes to what they want out there, whatever them want. So when them created, now Drake is a very good talent. I wouldn't say he's a good rapper or a singer.
No,
he's a great actor.
Yeah.
And from being a good actor from a child to adult, you can play any role. So if I give you the role to be, and it's facts. If I give you the role to be a rapper, you're gonna do it to the best ability. But one thing with Drake, what I respect about Drake, he's a fan. He's a fan first. He's not. He only recently started feeling himself. Before, he was just a fan, and he was a fan that could have access to some of his favorite musicians. And he was, the time when he was doing that, he was excited. But then the industry, so smart, the industry was like, you come like this show about the hip hop world. So you know we're gonna do with you. We're gonna put you in a position that you didn't expect to be at, but people are gonna think you deserve it because of programming. And There's Clear Channel. Clear Channel owns 97. All the Hot 90, this Clear Channel owns it. So if Clear Channel decide to say we want you to be the artist for the that's across the board. That's across the board. So all they had to do was he just had to tap in to the men that was already controlling the streets. That was Rick Ross, that was the Future. Right. He didn't do nothing for them. They was already doing it. Yeah. But because he had the demographic he had for the Nickelodeons, all of that Clear Channel, because Viacom owns VH1, TV,
everybody. Viacom owns nearly 40% or more.
Paramount, everything. Yeah. Plus Viacom and Clear Channel is a family. It's a Punk and Vine family. They come like the Gap who own Banana Republic, the Gap own Old Navy. It's one company. Yeah. You know what I mean? People
different brands.
Yeah, but one company.
So they get your money either way.
Regardless. the Gap will fight against Banana Republic and Old Navy will say them. Yeah. But that's me saying, you know what, I'm going to put my two companies to war against each other, you know, because that's what black people love. They like to fight against each other. So that's how, you know.
Star and Carib.
It's Star and Carib. Like, why is that Star? Why is that? No. As I'm out to Carib, man, bro. I don't drink Shandy Carib, bro. Bro, I don't drink Carib Rose, bro. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter.
Or like coming from one place and one
It doesn't matter.
One chuck.
Show me a black man who have a beer that he launched and he could have survived. Never happened.
Not one.
Never happened. Because even the man who owned Star he had to give it up to Carib.
Yeah, he had to sell out.
He had to give it out.
You know, as a part of the conversation, I'm glad we go with a little 20 minutes again. It's a part of the conversation where when we're dealing with from everybody, plenty of people will be afraid to talk about now. The fact that while I would say we must say this, and I want to preface plenty thing with this. That plenty thing we're doing today is we own worst enemy.
Of course, bro.
I want to start with that.
Of course.
I accept that.
Of course.
That will never stop me from doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I accept that. And I also accept some of the fight I will get from my own. You know, I'm going to ask now, how much jersey I wear with Africa on it?
That's the saddest question.
I say, but so, yeah, you're not the same man who was boasting a couple months ago that you have about 15 authentic Ralph Lauren jersey.
That is crazy. That's what I ask you about.
How much design? How much? You want me to make 1 million design?
Yeah.
Which I have,
Yeah.
All ain't seen nothing yet in terms of thing. But that man and that horse, all they're doing is the man and the horse. But how much Africa you go away?
That's crazy.
My Africa coming in gold, in suede, in camouflage, you ain't getting nothing.
I was telling my homie that too, and I was like, bro, like when I live in Jamaica, you know, I would see Jamaica flag
everywhere.
Everyone in some type of way. If it's an earring, if it's a bandana, regular shit. It's not even Independence Day, it's just regular. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, we don't even we fly like that.
No.
You know? But then I could understand I could understand spiritually why the flag, why our anthem. I ask everybody, I'm gonna ask Toya or two. Like, what's your favorite line? Not favorite, what is the line in the anthem that stands out the most for you? The sentence in the anthem.
Yeah, every creed and race find an equal place, because that's not true.
Stop right there. You done win already. Don't bother to answer.
That's all I say.
But you already catch that now, right?
Right.
You just said it. Well, every creed and race, not shall, not will, not must.
Yeah. Not
fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Right? And that's the problem. A lot of us don't know we place in Trinidad. Yeah. A lot of us don't know we place. A lot of us think that we are equally yoked with the person that is next to, and that is not your place. Like I'm not telling my Lord, this is not your place. You gotta find that this is not. Yes, you live in Trinidad, but this is not your place. This is there's tiers, there's levels.
Yeah.
And
Trinidad had that bad.
And you have to know your place.
Yeah.
You can't just put yourself in a position and feel that and the thing is, unfortunately, they set certain things where you can't even be in a place if you're not like worthy enough for them.
Yo, I'm gonna bring it on real simple. They say Curab. I live in my first apartment when I moved out of my mother and them house was in Curab on Alice Street.
Alice, yeah.
Right? I just like to walk around the places I live in. So, down the basic and things, I used to walk straight up is Bellsmith Street.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
And then walk when you reach by the bank there.
Yeah.
Walk straight up in the back of St. Augustine.
Okay.
And then walk around there because it has a nice house.
Yeah. Top.
Second time I do that.
Yes.
I didn't reach as far as Santa Margarita.
Okay.
But up in the back there. And then it is
so like a thing, yeah.
The second Sunday evening, it's nice and cool. It's like after 4 minutes or 5 minutes. I alone. The second Sunday I do that. Always pass me. They didn't stop no after. But they slow down and they watch me.
Yeah.
I didn't understand at the time. But a couple times doing it now, and I see somebody on a phone watching outside.
Yeah, you're in the wrong place.
Wrong place, sticking out.
You ain't finding you're supposed to be there.
You're mind. They used to tell you how deep this programming is.
Yeah.
Like we in denial, right? Bear in mind, there is no time close to now. This is I move out 2001 or 2002.
But the anthem longer than that.
No, right, but what I'm saying now, but what I'm saying is today you understand if somebody see a shade, you see with his dress and everything up. This time I talk about is not nothing like that.
Yeah.
This time I walk in down Bellsmith Street 1 o'clock in the morning. Cause I go and queue for car and car get no car. Or coming from my auntie Annie, right here. I'm coming from and I'm going home. Say boy, I ain't even stopping over the junction. I go straight by Bellsmith and walk down the road that I was. Because it's not like, but imagine the calling police for seeing somebody walking around, you know why? When you start to understand, oh, it was plenty people looking like me living it here.
Bingo. Fine.
But at that time, I didn't have this kind of information on my soul. It took a little while to, right here.
Yeah.
That's why I tell them, I tell them, mommy, I am not a Trinidadian.
And that's fact.
I am an African born in the beautiful Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
And who vexed that? Nobody.
But there are people that vex with that, my brother.
Wow, they confused.
My brother, some Jehovah Witness come by me. They didn't know who they come by. And then the rain fall, I was looking to leave. Them can't leave, I can't leave. So all are we outside. And I started them and I hear I tell you and adults. The two women get vexed and walk downstairs. And before I leave, I show them, I show the two men, I say, hey, but the dude is skillful though. They move like eaters, and I look back at that. Because all are we in a conversation, and me realize, I don't even think them realize when the two women walk downstairs. I say, but look at them now, I say, look at the attitude watching up. You'd expect that from me. You'd expect me to be thinking and looking up in that kind of way, because I brace them and say, oh, trying to tell me about this God, or trying to tell me about here with all that weave and thing and all that. I thought God made all it perfect, boy. I thought everything God made was perfect. So the hair on your head that growing naturally not perfect, that you have to put, you go and spend money to put that thing on your head, and then come in to talk to me. Right? I tell them that, I say, how little is Trini? Oh my word, these 4 adults. Them was none of them could say there's an African. That shit.
But there's no real Trinidadians here though. In all reality, like plain fact, like all reality, there's no real Trinidadian. Your mom or my mom or my grandmother also might be like the first Trini born people. Everybody else is from Grenada, St. Vincent, and they come. There's not nobody who can say officially this Trinidadian.
Great grandfather.
Never.
My father legacy is Grenada.
Yeah. All of you Grenada, St. Vincent, and
I can speak for my mother's side. On my father's side, my great grandfather, mother, come from Africa.
Right. Plain.
Right. But it has real Trinidadians here.
Born.
Yeah.
No, well.
No. Yeah. That's the problem. The problem is we get them a holiday one time.
Which one?
We don't use that term now.
That has gone bad for that.
Yeah. No, that would be why people call them when they come here.
Well,
Amerindians.
American.
You understand? They call it the Tianos and different.
What kind of car?
Nah, they don't want to worse yet.
They don't want that.
He was there.
Worse yet.
One of the tribes, yeah.
You understand? That's like you go American, they call them the Orientalians is called the American Indians are the original inhabitants now. But I'm fortunate enough to know one or two of them.
Right.
I'm fortunate enough to have some conversations with the Queen.
Right.
Right? Them is original people, but they don't get no respect in the land, you know. I tell them,
you still have original people here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
The whole community, I'm thinking,
I'd love to meet them though.
Whole community.
I'd love to meet them for sure.
But what did this get?
Nothing.
What recognition did this get? We have Independence Day and National Day. You know Mendoza? Mendoza said Columbus was the only Trinidad. Yeah, understand? Yeah. Motels say assimilation is being forced on our children daily. The low frequency music is an agenda set to stray or one group. Very, very true, Motels.
Facts. All facts.
Motels say we are the people who identify as a color. We don't want to talk about take our identity, hence the unification of the Irish. Now, I want to reach out and say, because I had this discussion with an elder, I have no problem with being referred to as color. Simply because I know I am more than that.
Yeah, facts.
But, let me tell you why. I was used back in saying, you don't say Egypt and you say Kemet. Most of these colors, Kemet loosely translate to land of the blacks. So that means my ancestors from Kemet understood that we looked like what we just call black.
Yeah.
Alright, let me go even a little further. My aunt just gave me some history that I could tell you that my great-grandfather, his mother came here from Africa, right? Say, yo, it was black like you're on Jersey. But if you see we them offspring study.
White like that.
You understand? Right? So we know, if we look at color, and if I could say this color is black and it's a universally accepted thing, right? Then we could say, yeah, but when we look at some of we brothers and sisters in the continent, the black,
fully.
Why I would go a little further with what Mortel say about the identify as a color, it can't be the only thing. So like my daughter, when you hear, she's real question me these days. If this one of she friend is African, if that one's African, because she watching the features they hear, I say all of them, I say everybody in your class is African, even if they don't want to be African. I say, but some of them like us have other races mixed in us. You understand? I say, but all of them is African.
Everyone.
Right? 8 years old.
Good timing, man.
Because that's what I saying to her. No, if she is only 8 years old and asking some of them questions, can you imagine who we will be as a people if we actually put in this? There's only me doing that to her because she's still going to school and facing the barrage and nonsense, right? Can you imagine if school, home, community, the shop, the grocery, every place on there is a African man.
Yeah, but when they do that though, they won't have no slaves.
Of course.
Come on.
But I'm not looking for it from them now. That's why I tell them I don't believe in black.
They need that.
They need slavery. They need slavery. That's what they try to build. They need slavery. So they need to keep the minds of the ones who don't have their identity in check. That's the best slaves to have in the world.
Yeah, come on. Two things I tell them. And he had started to have a conversation about exams and CXC and thing, and then bam, COVID come. And in the middle of COVID, where we can't go nowhere, we can't do this, you can't open your shop. You saw the world in one. I still call it a 1 day thing. In 1 day, the whole world shut down. Yeah, the whole world. You have to set up all kind of thing. You can't make no thing because you don't know what to set up. But you see people still coming in all kind of thing, right? But children still are still going to do CXC. The world closed, you know. The world closed. But children still had to go and do
exams.
CXC.
That's crazy.
I say, you know why? Because that is the mail. the slave mill that Junior Gong sing for them who don't know about it.
Yeah.
That is the mill in Trinidad, you know.
Yeah. All over.
You know, some parents watch me, but I feel real good that 2.5 years later, some of them saying the things I was saying. When I tell them, when we start to converse with our parents group, and I tell them, you know, certain things I'm not forcing my daughter with, you know. There are certain things I'm not forcing her in school with. Say because my vision for her, unless she show me, Daddy, that's not the thing here. Don't necessarily, I will learn your basics, I will get your basics and everything. But it's in hinging on, you gotta get 6 passes.
Yeah, that's
it's not hinging on that now.
Yeah.
Right?
No, we know better than that.
That's just the parents.
Yeah. My son has 6 passes. 710.
No, even before we reach there.
That's the parents.
Common interest results days for parents.
Come on.
That's the parents.
My son passed for Kirashi. My daughter passed for who's one in town? The pilot pan. Always dirty.
Joseph.
Bishop.
Holy name?
St.
Joseph.
St. Joseph.
Convent.
Yeah. My daughter passed for St. Joseph. I tell you, thing, since we go to school, we do what I like to go to school, they must be learn how to keep your shoes dirty. You know, we are still to keep your shoes clean.
Boy. Them don't care one ass.
Then we started learn to keep the shoes dirty. That's an art. Because we go in the library, dressed, and then one of us we go in the library.
Yeah.
When the library was next to City Hall.
Yeah.
We're not going to study.
No.
We're going to look for college years.
Yeah. I mean, it's not sure.
All of them had that in common. But what's saying that that's what it is now. Parents will play no part. Saying that the child passed, so. And it's the same thing now with the exams now. So the results come out, I just say, my child gets 6 ones. Anything. What are we going to do after that? Yeah. Why going to do after you get 6 ones?
Yeah.
After I spend money in this, that, and I still I see people from the Middle East who come to Trinidad and set up and that's why I still have to do. That is not my goal for my daughter.
Yeah.
It's either this reach a point where she young energetic to take it to the next level, or she showing me, you see this here, I feel if I do this, I could live the life here, show my work and thing. I'm pushing you to that. I can't stop you if you want to go there. I will tell you, I go on this do it properly there. You're vexing me this soon. It's time for you to stop that. You know you ain't working for nobody else working for you. I mean, waste them and let them right. And if you decide to do that, I will let you know more displeasure at it.
Yeah.
But you have to do that now. But my goal is not to send it to school to get your passes to get work. And I was bitter at my parents for doing that. But I understand they didn't. I understand and accept now they didn't know any better.
Yeah, that was the programming back then. That's it. I like for me. I like to be honest. I like where the mindset is at right now, because who's righteous will stay righteous. Who filthy would stay filthy. I think the world reached to that point.
Yeah.
As will Revelation 22:11 would say, like, whoever just will be just, who unjust will always be unjust. So there's not going to be no more with somebody on a pulpit telling you repent and all this stuff. It didn't have that. Like, the world is pretty much open to understand that even the white doctrine of Christianity has no ground on a lot of people. Now the Black American call it to be woke. Right?
Yeah.
You know,
that woke.
Woke, you know? But for me is that the one thing I really love about the Caribbean, like, you know, what I like about us is that, especially Trinidad, boy, we are so blessed that we don't understand. We never had to really dealt with situation of slavery. We never had to deal with that. We were handpicked. We were
like the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah, we sometimes, you know, I'd be, you know, I'm in New York there, and you know, I like, even with all the police murders and shit that go on in New York. It's funny, yeah. It's something very terrible. But then you see why it's so easy for a Black American to die. It's so easy because of the level of ignorance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just always say, being a Trinidadian, born Trinidadian, you never had to have that level of energy to be ignorant towards anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Police was a former, okay, the police come in, let me get to, the answer, police will discipline you accordingly.
Yeah.
You learn to respect authority.
Quick.
You know, so if I Trinidadian who grow up here, leave and go to America, it would be weird if I hear police shoot him because he was fucking up. It would be weird.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you already know certain things. The boss, yes, the boss, a policeman will say this. Don't call me no boss, you're working for me? And we are crowd still. In America, you could, in America, you tell him, yes, sir, no, sir, you make his job so easy. He confused. Like I get pulled over many times, and I just end up. I get pulled over so much where I supposed to be locked up immediately.
Would.
You know what I'm telling you? Just recently, before I come here.
Yeah.
Before I go on tour, because we had to go to Switzerland.
Right.
And the day before my flight to go to Switzerland, in my Jeep, driving, this is Jeep. Now, I know for a fact my license is suspended.
All right.
You live for it. I know for a fact my license is suspended.
Wait, take a chance.
But I take a chance because I had to do something for my daughter.
Right.
Now, while driving, I know about to go to the tunnel from Jersey to go to Brooklyn. As I reach by the tunnel, my daughter called me on the phone with my daughter. You know, I come in, whoop! I'm like, no, I didn't know Jersey was no cell phone state. You know,
shit.
Them kind of states, they don't pay. They love to see us because it's quick money. Yeah. So they pull me in and things. They pull it like. I know my license suspended, but I had to go through the whole realms. Sorry, license, and I get them the license. I said, they come and just on the time. Hey, so they come. They say, "You got some sad news." I said, "What happened?" They say, "Your license is." I said, "Okay, for real? Are you sure?" Like, man. I said, "Oh, gosh, man, I was just trying to do this thing to get my daughter." I was like, "You know what? I respect you though because I'm glad you stopped me because something else could have happened with me going to Brooklyn and it would have been a different situation." It's like, "Yeah, maybe I appreciate that with you, man. Somebody else would have still be ignorant." Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "Nah, y'all doing your job, man. I really appreciate that." And, you know, so me and them having a conversation there. In 2 2, like, just go down there and make a right, a left, and wait for somebody to come and meet you so they could drive the car. So I did I parked there. I'm like, no police around. I was like, oh, stupid, these fellas telling me to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Telling me to go.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I was like, wow, if it was somebody else, bro.
Yeah, pin.
Then when you get that energy, like, yo, what are you stopping me for, man?
Yeah.
Jail.
One time.
Because number one, you're driving a suspended license. You're on the cell phone. And you got an attitude too, bro.
Yeah, jail.
And you got some weed on you. You bugging, you know what I mean? So, like for me, I don't go through that because I do respect. Because I've been a Trinidadian and growing up here, I respect authority. I learn to respect authority because we don't want to get we head boss.
Yeah.
We don't want to get. So now I have the thing now. There's a generation that don't respect authority only because authority is not doing their job.
Facts.
And when I mean authority is not doing their job here, it's too sad that nobody gets reprimanded. Nobody pays like for any crime that they do. And the youth of them could see that. They could see why I kill a boy in the morning.
And you out.
And I cool.
2 days you out.
Right? They seeing that. They're not seeing, boy, police snatch a man one time, you know. So I tell myself, all right, we in 2024, there's so many shows on TV that shows crime solving shit. So you tell them we don't have no system like the first 48. So well, boy, in the first 48, we going on tracker. You know, everything has upgraded except that for that system.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So the youth and them don't have that fear.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have
fear. That healthy
they
fear.
don't have it. And then you can't be mad at the citizens now who like, oh, they're not a fear, then we gotta take the law into we hand. No, we gotta get everybody here is so tense.
Yeah.
Everybody is so tense. They're just ready for the next person. Just say fake.
Yeah.
Just say fake. You know what I'm saying? A 60-year-old tell everybody, bust up your head, boy.
Yeah.
A 60-year-old will tell a 20-year-old that.
Yeah.
Right now in today because authorities not doing their job.
Yeah.
You know, and the next thing with government too here is that you gotta remember it's 5 years, 5 to 8 years. Poor people getting a chance to sit down in a chair. You go in need $100. You trying to come out with 100,000.
Yeah.
Regardless if you act like you're not doing it, that's what you're going to do.
True.
You're not going to send me to go in a jar with her M&Ms and tell me, think how much you want now and feel like you're going to jar and take out 5.
Yeah.
You're going to play a hand and you're going to grab, take a follow to go play the next hand, grab as much as you can because you see the jar full.
Yeah. Correct.
You get what shit, it had 20 or 30 man women and grabbing you, so no. And when it's time to come and somebody, boy.
Pressure, boy. Hardly I M&M say, boy.
I don't know M&M, so we have to preserve those.
Yeah. How about 3 more?
We have to keep that. Right? But you ain't taking the M&Ms that you have
to put back in there.
No, that's what I don't like about this government. You understand? Because I've been around the world and see how government work.
Right.
I see government who taking public transport because they refuse to use the system.
Right.
And what the people need to use.
Right.
You understand? I've seen government around the world who take from their own pot and take care of a certain place. I've seen that. Here, I don't see that. Yeah, you know a government minister here because from everybody, from he to he worker to the person
driving it, yeah.
Them have a Range Rover.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Again, and that all goes back to the better than mentality as well as who does be behind the scenes financing you. Yeah, so it's just like
and you take out the brand, right? Because that's why I say that one thing sponsor me, I just come. I don't know. If you're not a sponsor, you can't get no kind of brand. I don't want nobody stop though.
You see, behind the scenes, you're talking about like how you're talking about earlier, where one company own all these companies, but it's not big public knowledge now. It's the same thing with the politics here. Yeah, people and them. I can't for the life of me understand how you could justify needing $50 million for an election campaign in a place like Trinidad and Tobago. What an election campaign is about? Yo, we're going on tour. We're going 7 European countries. We're making a flyer and a banner. We are going around to 8 major communities in Trinidad and Tobago to promote the fact that we're going on that tour. We're going on the tour, we're going on sing music, we're going to play the pan, we're going to talk about Trinidad a little bit, we're going to talk about Jamaica a little bit. What? Now, here's the problem. The problem is we have been forced to study music to like the right. So, we need a fancy stage. Like if it's the concert, we need the people going this Saturday. You need a fancy stage, you need fancy lighting. You need fancy song system. But imagine all of that, right? I can't go and ask a question in one of your meetings. All your meetings is to come and talk and always chop it and no jackass the thing. And never even go. I can't come and say, well, chief worker for me. Because that way is under the Constitution, that way is the head worker for me. That school, I see a look like 15, 16 story building in town, opposite Savannah bill by the government, and 2 wall of them fall long in a school.
And can't fix it.
And 3-4 years now, they can't fix. You understand? I have a next school on Third Avenue. Where you are children watching this and feeling, how this children feeling, you come in this old building, watching the new buildings up, but something happened between the government and the contractors.
And you can't move in there.
And they can't do nothing to it, so just the beds, grass growing over the wall is about 12 feet tall. The wall is about 12 feet tall and it has grass over the wall too.
All it needs is people them to start breaking on the wall piece by piece, taking all the materials from it.
Right?
And that's what they need. And then they're going to do some sales and talk about people looting this stuff. That's what they need. That's what they need. They need them type of thing need to be vandalized. I'm not saying
no, definitely.
I ain't saying, but you know what, bro? It's a plain level. Like I did a podcast on with somebody, and a brand out there doing podcasts, and they ask me about the Christmas listing and how do I feel about it. And what I explained to them is that I said certain things about the government. I realized that people was more scared for me talking about the government than I could talk about 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 40. I could talk about all them numbers and say what I want about them numbers.
But don't talk about the government.
Dare talk about the government.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And that's I was like, oh, so these niggas is really, them is the real gangsters.
Of course.
They is the true gangsters.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So like for me, I would tell the shit now we live. Like I have no problem with guns because guns don't kill people. People kill people.
Yeah.
And I grew up in my faith on the culture and understanding that we have to have certain things to protect ourselves for when the government do rise up against us. But the government is to a different trick now. They smart. They do it where, the way let's set it up where they can kill themselves out.
Yeah.
So the more soldiers we lose or for some dumb shit, we don't have nobody to really, when it's time for things to happen. We want a young force and men to say, well, they like guns, but this is the time for them to pull out all the guns now because the government come in.
Yeah.
The government come to take over, take with things, and we are now slave to our system.
Yeah.
And we need to stand up and defend ourselves. We don't have the soldiers so that.
No.
Because they don't set up where they set them up to kill out themselves.
Yeah.
If them want to run up in them hoods and lock up this one and lock up that one, they could do it.
Yeah.
But they're not doing that because they need these brothers to kill themselves out. And then them go come and say, well, yeah, we're going on. This is the new rules. This is that. I sit down in America, Jay. COVID died. And watch this same government use them same youth and them to win an election.
Yep. Yeah.
That same fully dance movement them use to win an election.
Come on.
I watched that with my eyes. And nobody telling me something. I was like, I can't believe this shit.
Yeah.
This man, and that time you call election, a heart of COVID.
Yeah.
And as soon as election done and you win,
everybody to go back inside.
All of a sudden, I'm watching, I say, because I've been watching the whole debt thing, and I was like, all right, a country has to have a certain amount of debt for them to get some sort of money.
Yeah.
I was like, Trinidad, look like they're going to reach that 20,000 man. Oh! What? What are you saying, buddy? That's the 30, man. You crazy.
Ramp up.
We want to have bread, buddy.
Ramp up.
As a man dead, put it on you. Where you dead from? But you get a meal joke. COVID,
yeah.
We dead from a dog bite to me wrong spot. Ooh, COVID. So
facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Bread. Now you talking about now this government have people in position who don't even. That's not even the position they went to school for. That's not what they're going to learn.
Correct.
So that's something else we always talk about. If you see Minister of Health, you should have some kind of background.
As a doctor.
As something that you know, you're supposed to have some. You can't tell me you went to school for cricket. And you went to school.
You know that Bogmero. You know that Bogmero. In Trinidad Tobago, having an opinion could get you ostracized.
Oh gosh, I see that with the time that they say they remind me. I tell you, I get it talking. They say, "Bami, your mouth, just enjoy life.
Yeah.
Don't come here and try to change nothing." They tell me that. They send the word.
Yo, in Trinidad, I tell you, I said, let's talk about democracy. You know what is democracy? How it is that, so I can support you, but do agree with something you do.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that, man.
Because, for instance, one of the most popular persons in Trinidad at one time for me was a Cuban boy. The Cuban boy who always had the little thing. And somebody told me, I said, when last you see Cuban boy doing anything? I said, for real though? I didn't see Cuban boy. He said, yeah, because he took out that time about the government and they let him know what time it is.
Pat right down.
Every creed and race, find a place. So if you don't know your place, but definitely this is not your place. We are giving you lodging here.
Yeah.
Don't get carried away.
Don't get wild.
Don't get carried away and feel like you talk and say what?
Yeah. You're mad about.
And I really tell them, I say, if I can't speak out against something that you're doing, you put yourself in this public thing, nobody didn't come and drag you out your house and make you sign a paper to go and ask people to vote for you. When I tell people, remember, all the beg for that work, all the across the border, whether the government or the opposition, because the opposition is made up by the people who win just didn't win enough.
Mm-hmm.
All the big for the jobs all they have.
Yeah.
Because with that time when they walk around in the evening, you're going, hi, good day.
Yeah.
You're going everything good. What can do it? What can we do? I want to hold for hungry. I want to 7. I want to hold money. What can do? All they come asking for that.
Mm-hmm.
That was all the interview.
Yeah.
Everything. Interview, resume, everything in one.
Application, yeah.
Right? Now when the time comes, I tell people how it is you have an MP that you can only go by the office once a week and the only day for a few hours. So you have people by your office 5 o'clock in the morning waiting.
You got to go and play music.
Come on.
Now you're a government minister. You reach it, you know.
No, man.
You reach it, all right. It come like a DJ playing for 96.1, you make it.
Yeah,
You have to understand these platforms, and people feel when I call this platform, I have grouse with this platform. No, it's a hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Like even right now, we back to
96.1.
Everybody talk about my music can't play. Your music could play, you know. Your music could play, but I remember these brothers and I'm running distribution.
Mm-hmm.
Chinese one distribution, Monk music distribution.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not part of that distribution, you're not going to get airplay.
Yeah.
So it's time for we to cut off, right? But as you said that day, I wanted to touch on the screen before we go. You not affiliated to all of them. Or when I on your Facebook thing, right? You all over Europe performing.
Yeah.
I tell you, the thing I watch the most is the pan.
Yeah.
Meaning, you're going, the people coming to see reggae, reggae acts.
Mm-hmm.
Or you bring out a pan and gain them.
Because reggae and pan don't go together. And I don't sing reggae.
Yeah, but you keep saying
you
sing reggae.
I just sing calypso.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, boy,
and calypso and Steelpan.
The next time you come back to the dad, your dad are talking or some Jamaicans was gonna the man fire the man I turn red.
When I say that,
and I tell them and say, we are Calypsonians here who still alive that can show you that reggae or they come out of Calypso.
No, it's plain fact.
Oh God!
Plain fact.
Everybody tell them that.
You see, what people who have problem with that is people who are not musicians.
Yeah.
In Jamaica.
Yeah.
A real musician in Jamaica bows to calypso.
My bounty said.
Bows. Like I talking about, the respect Jamaicans musician have for calypso.
Yeah.
Our soca artists don't have for calypso.
Like madness.
You understand? And like before you even go, like reggae is here. Under reggae is so much of subgenres. We're talking dancehall.
Yeah.
And Supercat will tell you there's no genre called dancehall. Dancehall was just a hall with him. You can't go and dance to the music. That is dancehall. I have nothing called dancehall.
Right.
But today dancehall is a genre.
Right.
But before it was reggae, ska, rockers, dub.
Dub, yeah.
All these things come. Then it had the dancehall, it had the trap dancehall. All these things come under reggae. Now when we have calypso here.
None of that.
Soca, so I don't want to be a part of that whole thing. I hear by myself.
Yeah. And you're fighting up.
And Calypso, what you like? Asshole. I run the Caribbean boy.
Yeah.
Them can't talk nothing in the Caribbean without me, asshole.
Yeah.
And then they say, then Soca say, well, you know what? We still have somebody who can defend it for me. Master, come and sing a song for me. And then Master come to say, Soca is the soul of Calypso. And Calypso, what you like?
Yeah, that is now.
But you that serious. You so disrespectful to me as a Calypso. You so disrespectful to me as Calypso. They say, so when I was here, where Soca was, when my heart was beat, how does my heart and I've been here before you? So where you was?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where you was when Harry was winning Grammys?
Yeah.
With me.
Yeah.
But I understand where it grows. I get to understand where it grows with Calypsonians. Calypsonians had that grows because this brother coming to the Caribbean, picking up with thing, going to America and getting Grammys for it.
Right.
I could understand that.
Yeah.
So I could understand that. Now for Lord Nelson is a man, right? Huge tunes for people like Nat King Cole. You know what I'm saying? I like that tune. All right, Nat King Cole have a song that Calypso was just do for called Why Calypso Blues. The tune is one of the tune in Europe is the same level as the YG Mali. I could tell you that because I played myself and didn't know until I played and telling these people, I want to introduce you to something called Calypso. As I put on the tune, I had the video, I will show you the video. When I put on that tune, the people them start to sing the whole tune. I start to scream, literally, and run off the stage, come back home and say, oh, you know what? I said, "You're serious? She from Trinidad Tobago." I want to like, yeah, we know. Why you so excited? You know learning this song on the spot. I was not learning this song. They're looking at me like, oh, you're a bit excited. We know. And I told them, this is my crowd. If it's one, like 4 black people in that place. Like me and Jamie on the stage playing. When I'm a Belgian in the corner who's selling we merch and he just smiling, even fucking, you know. I'm the next other little Belgian. For the whole place around. We up in the Swiss mountains because that's what we do like a tour. Yeah, so we up there with all the skiers and snowboarders and I'm like, oh my God. And then recently I get to realize is Lord Melody write that for Nat King Cole. But Nat King Cole have the wow, that's the original song. She just do the flip. And she doing this calypso on a reggae. Brother, if you hear that tune, brother, it's anywhere I play that tune,
flat.
It's anywhere, UK, Europe, any part of UK or Europe, I play that. And I'm like, how? In what God's will? That none of these little knucklehead DJs is not playing this song in Trinidad right now. Yeah. Only because like Calypso, she too old. Yeah. Where we gonna play that for? No respect. No respect. We want Skeng boy. Yeah. No, like these masses Skeng. No, Trinidad. Big brand. I can't go nowhere in Europe or the UK without somebody balling Trinidad. On some real shit. Respect to the Trinidad brand. Because it was out before Pun or any one of them fellas pick it up. Because my Belgian Seth, may he rest in peace, Seth was the first rapper to ever mention Trinidad. Ever. Seth Gaines. May he rest in peace. He was the first. Right? What I get to realize now, Trinidad again, Trinidad is the mecca of the Caribbean when it comes to if you're boss in the Caribbean, best believe
you're bossing here.
Trinidad have all responsibility to do with that. Yeah. It doesn't matter who you is. It could be Sean Paul or Paul Sean. Once Trinidad say you're boss, yes, you're boss. Yes. Yeah. Right? Check the Trinidad thing now before I leave. Not one Trinidad artist on that level when it comes to internationally boss. People try to tell me, but Swanee, what? The only thing Swanee ever do is give Byron Messiah, whatever his name is, that platform. That's all Swanee did. Give Byron Messiah a platform. Who's not a Trinidadian. Big John, man. You get what I mean? Right now he has songs with Lil Baby. He is an international known superstar. Yeah. What Trinidad did again, they make space for Steelpan to come and have a big song called Wap Wap Wap. It's Trinidad boss Wap Wap Wap. Trinidad boss Kevin Little turn me on. Oh, God. Trinidad boss Rupee Tempted to Touch. Addison Hines can't do anything without Trinidad. Biggie Irie, and the list go on. Peter Ram. If we didn't say Old Woman Alone is a hit here, Talk would have been in Grenada and still looking for a job. Yeah.
That's why I'm real glad that we have the history to say that Beanie Man.
Tell them that.
Artist that was on the top of it for a long time. Yeah. Say that, you know. Yeah.
Nothing in the Caribbean is a hit unless Trinidad says so. And the thing about that is the people that controls the media knows this. So you think if they wanted, you think like, all right, men like Multi Simpson, that Black Star Liner. That Black Star Liner. That Black Star Liner is supposed to get the same level of respect Chronics get. Yep. Protege get. Yep. You get what I'm telling you? Yep. You see Jah Melody. Everywhere I go since I come here, every bar have karaoke. Yeah. Everybody singing Jah Melody song. Yeah. So you telling me, all right. So all these concerts, I came here, I see 2 concerts. With no disrespect, because geriatric is a word and it have a meaning. Yeah. With a lot of geriatric artists. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot. Yeah. With these promoters could I say, you tell me if I run Jah Melody song for a whole entire year and I have Jah Melody, I have Sasha, I have Queen Omega, one of the #1 touring artists and the female touring artists. Yeah. Not just Trinidad female touring. Female touring artists in the world is Queen Omega. And you telling me no radio station up to now in pick up a Queen Omega and beating that heavily because she's the #1 toy. Forget me, I live in America. They only don't focus on Jah Bami.
Yeah.
If only not doing that to people that I see living here, I not expect them to do that for me at all, period. But what I do is come and highlight it and see how stupid it is.
Yeah.
So when that person in the street talking about me, you don't hear all the music, bro. Don't feel bad for me. Don't feel bad for me. Feel bad for yourself.
Yeah.
Feel bad for yourself that you can't get nothing that you could be take pride in. If you tell them saying we pushing Queen Omega, we pushing Jah Bami, not just pushing them because everybody wants to force football on that youth, man.
Yeah.
Then you tell them no, they're not going to play for Manchester United, right? Because you one and only, and that's it. Then know that happening, so they're not seeing that.
Yeah.
The closest thing, why is all of them hook onto Trinidad? And because was Nicki Minaj come down here as a Trinidadian, a science king. Yeah, you get what I'm
Jamaican.
So the youth are saying, bro, the possibility could be like Skeng and them. Bro, you're Trini. It's not happening. You don't even speak Jamaican. You are doing calypso on dancehall. Bro, you are doing calypso on reggae.
Yeah.
But you are doing calypso on hip hop.
For this now, I mean, we had Brother Valentino, Lucha, and Crazy on the show in the last 3 months. Like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. Crazy. You know, long every time we had to do a show Crazy, you had to cancel.
Yeah.
It's either you have a recording session or you have to start to perform.
Yeah.
And this is why I tell them, I say to you, I do like to get into it because the stupidness of how easily offended people is. Yeah. I tell them all on a real thing, right? Like make money for the like work for you know. Crazy still touring. Yeah. In the 3 weeks we trying to get crazy going Grenada, crazy going Barbados. I think he probably this weekend here in Toronto.
Well, legend Calypso never dead.
Come on now, man.
And that's one of the things we are talking about too. We are saying that the biggest mistake that ever happened is the division, you know. Soca come out of Calypso. Then you have rap soul. Then you have raga soca. You understand? Because
you know how much Better Resistance album? You know how much I see Better Resistance album for in Germany? I had to take a picture and send it to him, but he was alive. May you rest in peace. Better Resistance album was selling for £88. One album. That was the last one.
£88.
I love Better Resistance, but I couldn't take my £88 to buy the album myself as a Trini. Because I started telling myself, but I mean, personally, I could still get something.
Yeah.
I have to go in the Trini zone. You understand? But £88 for vinyl. Right?
That's crazy.
No. Which artists could say that they know that $880 for a record, TT, that nobody's not buying here ever. I could even buy that £88. I wanted to, but I was excited that I see that. Right? No, as I say, even in that movie called Rockers, if you ever hear about it.
Yeah, no Rockers, yeah.
There's one part in Rockers, just one part that is very important to show Jamaica have respect. Jacob Miller was on stage singing "Dreadlocks can't be in a tenement." In the restaurant area. A white man and a white woman couple sit down eating. And the woman asks the husband, "Wait, that's not Calypso." And the husband's like, "Oh no, it doesn't sound like Calypso." See that line right there alone.
That tell you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
It shows respect. They didn't have to put that in the movie.
Yeah. Facts.
They didn't even have to put that. It's the respect.
Yeah.
It's the respect for Calypso.
Yeah.
This person named Leon Tate is a Trinidadian that left Trinidad and went to Jamaica and helped them break down the guitar strums so they could understand how to do ska. Because there was more the mentors they was doing, and he had to help them break it down. That's a Trinidadian. You understand? I in the studio with Big C from TOK. And he blew my head off and he like, Bami, I grew up on Calypso, my father, and started to sing some kind of Calypso. I was like, brother, how do you know them lyrics there? You don't even know them lyrics. You get what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
So, a lot of Jamaicans that I know as my personal friend, they appreciate so much when I say Calypso I do on reggae.
Yeah. Mendoza say Damian Marley also did a cover of Calypso Blues.
Yeah. Oh, you did one too? Yeah. I gotta get that one then. I gotta get that one. I gotta hear that one.
That's one of the things,
right?
Yeah.
We just ask the guests to give a advice to the people listening. We had the young people who might have an idea, who might feel they want to get into music or something they feel could work for Trinidad and Tobago. As you read something that I feel we should look into, get into as a nation.
Well, you know what I would say, really, and this is really for the whole entire nation. Find the God in find the God in yourself. Find that God in yourself and respect that God in yourself. Because what they give us the idea of God out ourselves now, sky and
no look within yourself.
But there is a God in each and every man that some people call it the conscience, some people call it intuition, some people call it whatever there is a voice that you hear that might say, boy, turn left.
Yeah.
And then they turn left, a man say, well, I move on the right one. A man, you see that God? You see that God, that God in man?
Yeah.
Nurture that God in man. And from the nurture that God in man, it will take it to every possible thing that you know that you need. You know what I mean? Because every time we close our eyes and sleep, we're still living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're still traveling.
Facts.
So the realms, that what do you call it? Like the different dimension in sleep. And a man might get up and say, boy, I dream. If you can remember it, it's not a dream, it's a vision. Which means you live it. Sometimes you deja vu, you might be like, oh, they deja vu because your energy done passed that already.
Yeah.
So this, the relationship with you and your God in yourself. That's the most I can tell a man. And from that, you will see all you need to do, be all you can be. You will put your foot in the right positions that you need to put your foot in. You'll have empathy for your fellow man.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You will understand what it is to hurt, what it is to suffer. Also, suffering is not a bad thing. I think I teach a little princess that today with my aunt, because she's come and she's done. My aunt is a maths junior, so she teaches people. So the little princess always going through that. I say, let me tell you something. There is a thing that the Bible says: suffer children unto righteousness. Suffer them unto righteousness. You getting your education is right. So you will have to get that sufferation to do it. And the sufferation is just sit down and do it.
Do it, yeah.
Sit down and listen. You understand? And that's the thing with us. We don't really want our children to go through what we went through. Brother. Preach. Suffer your children unto righteousness. You know what is right for them? Suffer them for that. You understand? Don't feel the word suffer means it's brutal.
Yeah.
Sufferation is bring you closer to understanding.
Facts.
Men like Brethren Gandhi. When Gandhi wanted to prove a point, Gandhi suffered himself to fasting. You understand? To prove a point.
Yeah.
So sufferation is a strength. You get what I'm saying? The sufferation doesn't mean poverty, doesn't mean hell. Sufferation is a strength. Yeah. So suffer yourself, suffer the youth, set them unto righteousness. What you know is right for them, make sure to do that. And a man is just a man. But remember, there is a God that lives in every man. You can't get up and walk and do certain things if that breath of life ain't giving you the opportunity to make them moves now.
Facts.
Respect that breath of life. Every time you get up in the morning and you break your fast, because breakfast doesn't mean bread, cheese, and it means when you're sleeping, you're fasting naturally.
Yeah.
You see, when you break your fast, appreciate that moment. Feed your plants first, feed your animal, because they can't go in the kitchen and make something for them to eat. Feed your children first, feed yourself last. So you can appreciate what it is to break your fast. These are the type of simple things man and man can put in their life.
Yeah.
And
make things better.
Oh gosh, life is beautiful.
Yeah.
Life is amazing, man. But you come back to hard Trinidad, I say you wicked to see that. You wicked to say that. So that means the words is song and power. You keep telling say Trinidad this, Trinidad that. It will be that for you.
Yep, correct.
Because me can't see it. It's not for me.
Yeah.
Me don't see that. When I come back here, I vex me and really home to do certain things. And even if the men outside listening, we need more skilled people to come home and then give back.
Yeah.
Like it have community centers. I'm tired of the football. I'm tired of the netball. I want more I want farmers. I want scientists. I want biologists. I want inventors. We have a little youth somewhere in Toko right now could invent something that he just don't know he can invent it because we never give him the chance
to
invent something.
Yeah.
So if we could, community leaders to me is people who saying, boy, you see me as a doctor and I want to teach my youth and them about medicine. So I will go every Saturday in our hood and I will, who wants to come, if there could be 3 people alone come out, I'm going to teach them about medicine. If I want, you want to be a community leader, is an architect, just, you know what, once every Saturday, I will go to each different community and I'm going to start technical drawing to help people who wants to become architect. We don't have people like that. We have people cock up sitting in a nice AC house, driving the thing, untouchable. But you will get touched. So the only way to avoid that is by having that God in yourself. Because even if a man come up to you and you know you have that God in yourself, you can't fix that man mentality. Just by a word. Just by a word.
True.
You know, so that's what I could say. And that goes for music, that goes to sport, that goes for everything that you're breathing and you have life for. Just give thanks to life and to the mighty life giver. And that's just it.
Right.
And appreciate living. I just tell my children that you are the fastest sperm of the tube, you know better.
Yeah, exactly.
So you beat a million people who racing behind you, you running, you the fastest. You win that race to come and lose life.
Nah. Negative.
Like madness. You can't win all life. You know how hard it is for a sperm to reach up that tube and hope you end up in a plastic. And hope you end up on a chest and somebody wiping them out. Hope you end up in a mouth and she goes, So live life. You win the race. You're on earth. You will win that race to come and lose life. So that's where I want to give to my people and all is my brothers. So I'm glad I could be here and express myself. This honestly, this is the most sensible. I'm going to say that people podcast. I enjoy this podcast because we touch on things that I wanted to really touch on, and that's just the general idea of life and how we can live it here. Because this place is paradise. Regardless of whatever man say, this place is paradise. I don't care about the people living here. I talk about the place. The atmosphere is beautiful. The air is amazing. The sun only hot right now because the earth naturally red.
Hot,
you know what I mean? And there was a warning before I come here that the heat is everywhere. You know, so I just want people to know, just respect yourself. Females, respect yourself. Before I can respect you, respect yourself. So if I come on the page and I see you playing big body, what's up? I let you know. Or you're playing your hit and run thing, I let you know. You're good for a beat. You're good for a beat. And that's it. Don't look to tell me what dinner and thing. You're good for a beat. I look to be dated by you and to take me out because you're a baller. That's how I said it. So it's just respect to each and every man out there and respect to love our culture. You know, calypso, I do calypso, and I think every genre, everybody should focus on that and be proud of that. I do calypso, I play Steelpan.
Right.
You know, so let us embrace our thing. Let us be patriotic. Wear the flag, man. Don't get no hers. Wear a bandana. Wear something that's symbolic that show that you're proud to be a part of this. Because that's the thing, we're not proud. We're not proud.
Proud for the rum
I want to fix the stadium, please.
Proud for the rum
Fix the stadium, fix the seats. I want do the right thing. I want the government to do the right thing so the people could feel proud too.
Right.
So it starts from the head, you know?
Yeah, man.
The head not giving us that vibes to be proud of anything. So I'm fed up of hearing people say the government. The voice of the people is the voice of God. And these people not coming together and saying, oh, let me talk about the government. They don't know each other. They're actually killing each other out. They're killing each other out, but all of them stand for the same thing. Boy, the government didn't help me, boy. So it's kind of weird. So if that happening and everybody is the same cry, then we know who's really the criminals. So criminals, check on yourself. And that's
so,
it.
With that.
Yes, my brother. Long awaited. I give much thanks. Much thanks, King.
It's been a while. Right? Goodness. Love all the time. No reason by always saying. Love is an action word. Support is an action word. You understand? You can't talk love, you can't talk support.
Yes, I.
There's things to do. These days, if it's a little wet, people watch the road.
Yeah, let's take all that time.
It take all that time, because you know all that we say we giving thanks to life, all that we want to go back home. Right? More life in good health, and we will be black.
We will be black.
We will be black. I love it.
Yeah.